Alright, sorry about that. Whew, had to take the dog out real quick. Hey, what's up guys? So welcome back to 999, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. Audio might be a little bit loud. Let me turn that down a little bit. Let's see. Hey Gogeta, let's see, what did we do last time? Last time we... where were we last time? We went through door 8, I think? Hey, Meridak. Yeah, I think we went through door 8, right? I want to say that was what happened. And we did that. And now we're deciding which door to go through between 1 and 6, I think. Right? I think that's where we are. Yeah, I think so. I think that's where
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 7 pieces.
Yeah, that's where we are. Okay. The pieces of paper they fold. Yeah. The pieces of paper they folded up lay on the ground next to Junpei's legs. And where did I want to go with this one? I want to go through door 1, right? Everyone had written on paper pulled from Junpei's notebook in an effort to pull together a blind vote.
Just double checking, but everyone wrote their code name and a door number they want, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, just like you told us earlier.
Can't believe we're voting here.
I mean, it makes sense, you know, unbiased, except for Junpei, who kind of rigged it in his favor. But, you know, and why had they decided to vote that way?
We need to make the whole thing fair, blah-de-blah. This is a complicated plan,
Oh, yeah,
you know.
very, very complicated, mm-hmm.
Hurry it up, Mr. I have a brilliant idea.
They decided it wasn't fair to simply ask everyone at once, that would allow people to force others to go through certain doors.
Yeah, quiet in the peanut gallery.
And he had a plan. It wasn't a plan he wanted anyone catching wind of, however, so he did his best to act calm as he began to open and read the pieces of paper.
All right, let's open these up. The first one says, Ace requests door 1.
Yes, I do. Would you like me to explain why?
No.
No, we don't have time for that. Sorry. Let's keep going.
He opened the second one.
Next is Santa. He wants door 6.
Yeah, that's what I wrote.
Junpei continued with the third, fourth, and fifth pieces of paper.
Clover wants 1, Lotus wants 2, and 7 also wants 2.
Wait a minute.
No, too late. Can't take it back.
There is no way I'm going anywhere with the Elephant Man.
No, there'd be no point to the voting if we let people change their choices because of stuff like that.
Deal with it, Lotus.
But,
Just give it up, Lotus. It's not like I want to hang out with some exhibitionist grandma.
Bruh.
I am not
Yeah,
an
it should be okay.
exhibitionist. I'm wearing clothes.
Barely.
Barely.
No.
So, last I checked, that's not a crime.
I guess.
Maybe. But what about common decency? Nobody wants to have to look at a chick who looks like a half-naked raisin.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you!
Again, I don't really blame you. Lotus's hair flared out like the mane of an angry lion, and she.
Oh, not good.
Yeah.
Let go! Let go of me! I'm killing
No,
him!
if you kill him, we can't get out of here. Well, I guess you could take the bracelet off his hand if you did kill him. So I guess it doesn't really matter all that much. But better if you didn't. With some difficulty, Ace managed to restrain her.
Junpei, read the rest.
Right.
Junpei tore his eyes away and looked down at the sixth piece of paper. He opened it.
June wants door 6.
Yes, I don't really have a reason. I just felt like it.
Understandable. All of the papers, save Junpei's, had been read. He did some quick calculations in his head.
So this was everyone's vote. Ace and Clover requested door 1.
This was the door on A deck near the central staircase.
7 and Lotus requested door 2.
This was the door on the bottom deck and could be reached by taking the elevator to the bottom of the ship.
Santa and June requested door 6.
This was the door on E deck and could be reached by taking the elevator near the central staircase.
Then the door I should choose is...
It took him less than a second to run the numbers. He opened the 7th piece of paper and spoke.
Okay, the last one is mine. I want to go through...
Door 1. Interesting how we haven't gone through door 2 yet. I'm guessing door 2 leads to one of the other bad endings. I suppose. But I'm just gonna do the main path for now. Door 1.
My choice is door 1.
Santa was unconvinced.
Hey, wait a minute there.
What's up, buddy?
You cheating?
No.
Cheating?
What are you talking about?
I'm asking if you changed your number after you heard what doors we wanted.
No. Who would do that? That's crazy talk.
How could I do that? I wrote it down on the paper earlier.
Let me see that.
Alright.
Sure, here.
Junpei shrugged and handed it to him. Santa examined it furiously. The others peered at it as well. As they did, Junpei quickly slipped the piece of paper he had been hiding into his pocket. Although he'd never know it now, Santa had been justified in his suspicions. Junpei had switched papers.
I had 3 pieces of paper ready.
For doors 1, 2, and 6.
And I put the one with door 6 on
Yeah.
it into the pot.
He put a small mark on it so that he would know which one was his.
I just needed to make sure I drew last. After I saw everyone else's result, I just chose whatever door I wanted.
Yeah.
Remember, I'd already put in matched, and I didn't have to switch the paper out. Well, what does it say?
It says 1. Of course it does. He fought the urge to smirk.
You got lucky.
Yeah, luck, Santa snorted and tossed the paper aside, frustrated.
Very well. We've decided who will go through door 1. It will be Clover, Junpei, and myself.
1 + 4 + 5 = 10, and total 1 + 0 = 1.
Our only problem is the 2 remaining teams.
Yeah.
June and I want door 6.
Lotus and I want door 2.
That's not good.
Yeah, you'll have to be together.
We can't open either of those doors with only 2 people. Aw.
Fine. 7, we'll go through door 6.
3 + 6 + 7 + 8 equals 24, and then 2 + 4 = 6.
Sure thing. I didn't really want to go through door 2 anyway.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
Besides, if we've got a younger girl with us, it'll lower the average age.
Buddy, you're just as old, if not potentially older than Lotus. Like, come on.
Right, June?
Well, I
Don't put her in a bad spot, man. June was at a loss for words. Lotus was not.
Pig. You just wait and see.
Her eyes were the eyes of a woman prepared to kill. A shiver ran down Junpei's spine. Picking door 2 here leads to the same ending as it did there. So it happens later then? Because, or... Oh no, we did. Did we go through door 2 then? But... No, I guess we did. But... I don't know. It threw me off because it wasn't marked. You know how they're usually darkened? It wasn't darkened just now when we made the choice. That's really weird. Huh. A shiver ran down Junpei's spine. Yeah, that threw me off.
Calling me old.
Let it go. He's just trying to get in your head.
This is why men are such a pain in the ass.
In more ways than one sometimes.
You're about as subtle as a brick.
Mm-hmm.
And they're at it again.
Yeah, it's tough out here. Even after they separated at the staircase, Lotus was still muttering angrily to herself.
I'll see you later, June.
Jumpy.
Circumstances dictated that Junpei and June would have to part ways again, but this time it didn't sting quite so much.
Don't make that face. It'll be like what Seven said.
We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9.
Get warm and take one of my jackets off. Eh.
We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again.
Yep.
Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9.
Not the end of the world.
That's how the notary game works.
Seven's words took a weight off Junpei's shoulders and felt much better.
It'll be fine. I'll see you soon.
This is going to be interesting though, because again, we've seen this route before, but it'll be interesting to see how it goes now that Clover has like more hope, I guess, because I assume she's not going to try and murder everyone. Oh, the post 3 script doesn't have this. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That's weird.
All right. See you later.
Lingering unease remained, but they went their separate directions without much trouble. Junpei, Ace, and Clover headed towards A deck.
Here's A deck. It was the door on the left, right?
Yep.
That should be it, yes.
Then here we go.
Alright, this should go pretty quick. I remember the puzzles for this one pretty well, I think.
It's just as Santa and Lotus said.
I might have the order mixed up in my head, but it should be easy to get done. At the end of the hallway sat a door with a large red 1 upon it.
A numbered door.
Mm-hmm. To the left of it, bolted to the wall, was the red.
There's the red. I'll go first.
Ace went first and waved his wrist over the scanner panel.
Now the two of you, if you would.
I didn't realize it the first time, but it's interesting how no one comments on the fact that Ace does that, about how he passes his wrist over it. Whereas at this point, everyone else is still putting their hand on it. I didn't catch that before, I don't think. I guess that's supposed to be like a subtle hint that he sort of knows how this works already. Very, very interesting. Finally, listlessly, Clover lifted her arm. She leaned toward the scanner panel. The third asterisk clicked to life, shining brightly. Ace took hold of the lever.
Now.
He took a deep breath and turned to Junpei and Clover.
Are you ready? Shall I pull it?
Yeah.
Yeah, anytime.
Clover said nothing. She nodded, little more than a lethargic twitch of the head.
Very well then. Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
And it's open! Move it!
And yeah, this first leads into the can't think of the name of it. Where the you know, the steering wheel is.
Where?
Oh no, we're in the
Where is
office
it?
first. Wait, I thought this was the... Or is it after, maybe? Frantically, Junpei scanned the room. Maybe the steering area is after the office / captain's quarters. Oh, for some reason I thought I don't know. His eyes stopped on a device that would determine whether they lived or died.
There it is! Over there!
Next to the door they'd come through was the dead. As one, they ran to it. They put their hands over it as if they were fighting for it. Buh.
It stopped.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Junpei could feel his heart pounding against the inside of his ribs. Ace and Clover were breathing hard and fast.
Whew. I don't believe I'll ever get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to. We should finish
no,
this
I
game
don't
before
think
imminent
so.
death becomes a normal thing.
Yeah, probably.
I agree.
Now then.
Junpei looked around, this time more slowly.
There's another door. Let's try opening it.
He took hold of the knob and easily, gently pulled it open.
So.
Okay, yeah, no, it is.
this
It
the
is okay. No, they're
wheelhouse?
the same. Okay, it is the wheelhouse first. That other room looked like the. Oh right, no, these are together, and then the captain's quarters. Right, that's what it is. It's just that other room kind of looks like the captain's quarters a little bit, and so I had it confused. Okay, yeah, so this is first. I was right. He fixed each in turn with a meaningful stare, then spoke.
Ace, you investigate the wheelhouse next door.
Very well.
Clover, you're in charge of this room. Say something.
Okay.
Bro, chill.
Well,
All right then, let's get started.
Okay. Like I said, I sort of remember these puzzles. Alright, let's check these drawers first. Of course, get the map. Or the nautical charts. Line on it here. It's just supposed to take. Does not solve the map. Okay. This is locked, right? No, it's open. There's something locked, I remember. Pocket watch. 5:39 past 10 o'clock. Okay. A voice he hadn't expected. Yeah.
Oh, pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
Yeah, have at it. He spun around to find Ace standing in the doorway. Junpei shrugged and handed him the pocket watch.
Hey, man. What are you doing over in this room?
Oh, I just thought I'd come check up on the two of you. Is there a problem?
No. Should I call him out on this? Probably not, right? Nah, well, not a problem, but...
Well, not a problem, but... That's a lie. I wanted to get rid of Ace. I sent him to the wheelhouse at the beginning for a reason. I wanted to talk to Clover alone. There's something I want to ask her, and I don't want anyone to overhear us. I'm pretty sure Clover won't talk if there's anyone else around. I'm a little desperate to send him back, quick. He has to leave.
Ace opened his mouth, then took another look at Junpei and shut it again. A small smirk appeared in his face.
Oh, I see. Of course.
It ain't like that. He looked Junpei over, then glanced at Clover.
I apologize for the intrusion.
Nah, you're good. Well, you're not good. You're a douche, but
Well, best of luck.
in this instance, Ace gave Junpei a knowing pat on the shoulder and left. Junpei let out a sigh and brushed a few drops of sweat from his forehead. He turned and found himself looking straight into Clover's eyes. She'd heard what Ace had said. She regarded Junpei with caution.
What was that about?
I don't remember this. I do vaguely remember that interaction between him and Ace, but I don't remember Clover. Maybe. She was clearly suspicious, and with good reason.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Junpei's eyes widened and he held up his hands in a gesture of innocence.
Oh, no, it's not like that.
What's it like then?
We just wanted to check on you.
I just wanted to hear the rest of that story.
Oh.
I didn't get a chance to ask you about it until now.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
What story?
You started telling us about this whole thing, right?
About the experiment, remember?
Yeah.
The one you started to tell me in the operating room? You said something about an experiment that happened here 9 years ago.
Did Ace take the watch last time? I believe so. I'm pretty sure. I remember that whole interaction. So I'm pretty sure. Clover bit her lip. She stared down at the floor for several long moments, and when she spoke, it was barely audible.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to talk about that right now.
No, it's good.
I'm just not in the mood, okay?
Yeah, you're good. You're fine.
You understand, right?
Yeah, of course.
I keep thinking about my brother.
No, totally understandable.
I can't stop. I mean, who would do something like that to my brother?
This is the guy in the next room.
I can't forgive them. I'm not gonna let them get away with it. They're gonna pay for it. I promise. So.
Her shoulders were shaking. Drops of blood had sprung up on her lips where she was biting them. She wiped it off and looked up at Junpei, her eyes fierce and angry.
Junpei, who do you think did it?
Her voice was cold and scarcely above a whisper. Okay, so maybe this time she'll be more targeted in who she tries to murder? Perhaps? Junpei gulped.
Well, if what Seven said was right, then there would have to be at least 2 of them.
Yeah.
You need at least 3 people to open the numbered doors, and if you subtract Snake, that means there were at least 2 other people.
You're right. So, what does that mean?
Well, if we just look at the bracelet numbers, we should be able to figure it out.
Yeah.
Who could have opened door 3 with Snake? Well, really, who and who, or who and who?
You mean it could have been 4 people?
Yeah.
Well, technically, it's possible.
I don't know. That doesn't seem very likely.
I mean, do you think it's likely that 2 people murdered him versus 3? You know?
Why?
I'll tell you later.
Uh-huh.
Why don't we just assume it was only 2 other people for now?
Sure.
Okay, got it. Let's do that then.
Then who do you think it could be?
Junpei crossed his arms in thought. Let's see, Snake was 2, right? So... Lotus and Santa would be one option. Oh no, Lotus and... No. Sorry, I had that wrong. Sorry. 7... No, that wouldn't... Yeah, the only way that would work would be... 7 Santa Snake, right? And I don't think, you know, which bracelet numbers added to 2 would give a digital root of 3. Right, Santa and 7? Because 3, 7, 10, and plus 2... Yeah, so it'd be Santa and 7. But it could also be... Ace and Lotus. Does this matter? Should I... No, wait, Ace and Lotus wouldn't work, right? No, it'd have to work. Because 9, and then... No, it doesn't work. What am I... For some reason, I had Snake as 3 in my head. I don't know why my head keeps doing that. No. So yeah, the only one that makes sense is Santa 7. And then I guess... Technically... No, that's the only one. Yeah, for some reason I had Snake as 3 in my head, even though Santa would have been 3. I don't know what was going through my head there. Yeah, I guess it's really the only option.
Would it be Santa and 7? The digital root for Snake, Santa, and 7 is... 3! Wait, hold on. Are Santa and 7 the killers?
Yeah, no.
What's wrong?
Clover looked at Junpei and he looked back at her. There was no point in hiding it.
Well, I thought about it, and...
He told her his conclusions.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. She looked less surprised than he'd expected.
Santa and 7.
But do you really think they would do that, though?
If it was 2 people, then that's the only combination that works.
Hey, wait a minute there. Don't you think it's a little too early to be jumping to conclusions? Well, all I said is that those 2 would have been able to open door 3 with your brother.
Yeah.
There might be other possibilities.
Well, what other possibilities?
Yeah, go on, Junpei. I mean, obviously I know, but he doesn't know. He didn't have an answer. He was ready to admit defeat when Clover spoke.
Are you saying you think that it was 3 or 4 people?
Maybe.
I really don't think that's likely.
Why not?
Can I borrow your pen and paper?
Sure. Clover put her hand out expectantly.
Yeah, here.
Junpei pulled out his pen and pad of paper and handed them to her. She opened the notebook and wrote down several simple addition problems. Eventually, she had 8, which provided a digital root of 3. 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 6 equals 12. Yeah. Alright, yeah, 2 of those, it would include her. which is unlikely because she wouldn't. Or no, three of four. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and 4 of them would include her. And some of them would include you, and I guess she trusts you. So... yeah, it doesn't really... another alternative, because something would say Clover and June. Oh, yeah, it's true. Wait. No? Because Clover is 8. So you come out to 14, which would be a digital root of 5. Oh wait, no, duh. Sorry, I was thinking Lotus. You're right. No, hang on. Sorry, I was thinking of. No, you're right. My brain excluded her, and I was thinking of Lotus. You're my bad. No, I know. I had the wrong person in my head. I was thinking of Lotus. No, you're completely right. For some, I don't know. When I read that, I thought of Lotus for some reason. I cannot tell you why Lotus came to my head, but yeah, that's what happened. I read Clover and I just defaulted because I was excluding her because obviously she wouldn't kill her brother, right? Yeah, sorry, I was thinking of something entirely different. I don't know why that was the case, but yeah. 2 + 5 + 6 + 8 20
What's this?
These are the combinations for 3 or 4 people. These
I don't know why
are the only possible ones.
I don't know why that happened. I read Clover, but yeah.
Oh, I see.
Junpei,
Yeah?
I can trust you.
Yeah. Not to be honest about what door we chose, about what door we chose, but about other things, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Why would you need to ask that?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I should get rid of B, D, G, and H, right?
Yeah.
Of course. Just cross them out.
Yeah, that totally doesn't sound suspicious out of you, Junpei. Like, of course, yeah, cross them out. Don't worry about those possibilities. It's crazy talk. Like, what are you on about?
And you should take off yours too. The ones with 4.
Mm-hmm.
So, what does that leave?
A and E.
And obviously June wouldn't, do it. So that would just leave E. Which, not impossible, but we probably would have noticed 4 people being missing, right? When we were all searching. Like, we would have heard them go by one of our rooms.
Wait, it can't be A.
Why?
Because June's in that one.
Maybe 6.
There's no way in hell she'd do something like that.
Yeah, very, very unlikely.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty positive.
I'd bet my life on it.
Okay then. I can cross off A too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what have we got left?
E.
Yeah. Which again, highly unlikely, because we would have heard someone walk past. Like, because that one of them would have had to go and rounded up the others, and then brought them all down the hall. Like, we would have someone would have noticed.
Do you know what this means?
Everyone besides me, you, and June would be working together.
Do you think that's likely?
No.
If there were 4 people working together, they wouldn't be very cautious.
Yeah, they would just probably outright murder us all, because, I mean, let's be real here, right? With Ace and Seven, they already kind of have all the all the physical power they need to just get all of us killed if they wanted. Like, yeah.
I don't think they'd try that hard to hide what they were doing if they outnumbered us, right?
Yeah, probably.
Well, you do have a point.
And besides, if Ace and Seven are working together, they could have easily gotten rid of me when I went to the shower room with them.
True.
But they didn't. They didn't even try anything. If they were killers, why wouldn't they?
Her voice was calm, but Junpei only had to look her in the eye to know it was a forced calm. Yeah, there were tears forming at the corners of her eyes, and she was blinking furiously to keep them back. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense, does it, Clover? Perhaps by attempting an objective analysis of who might have killed her brother, she had been able to distance herself from the harsh reality of his death. The more she struggled to act unconcerned, the more Junpei felt his heart tighten.
Oh. I see. Anyway, I understand now. It seems pretty unlikely that it was as many as 3 or 4 people.
Yeah.
Then that means there's a good chance it was Santa and Seven.
Yep, totally.
That's how it looks.
But why would they do it?
There was a moment of silence.
Their motive.
He laid his hand gently on her shoulder. He was close, so close to the answer. When Ace chose the worst possible moment to return, he raised a knowing eyebrow, then spoke.
Have I interrupted something?
No,
What is it?
you're crazy, man.
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
Sure, whatever you want. He turned on his heel and walked back toward the wheelhouse.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Junpei looked over at Clover. He gave her a short nod, hoped that she would be willing to talk to him again later, and followed Ace.
What did you want to talk about?
Ace looked at Junpei and smiled. Perhaps more of a smirk than a smile.
There was something I wanted to check.
Uh-huh.
Yeah? What's that?
If you'll excuse me.
And yeah, this is where he gets the piece of paper out. Ace slipped his hand into the pocket of Junpei's vest.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
I'm just checking.
No, stop!
He reached for Ace's arm. But it was already too late. Yeah, you've been caught. In the older man's hand were the pieces of paper Junpei had balled up and hidden in his pocket.
Just as I thought. What exactly are these pieces of paper hiding in your pocket?
Nothing.
You switched them, didn't you, when we voted?
No. What heinous accusations are you throwing out? Like, I'm offended you would even...
Well, I can't say that I care. I managed to get through the numbered door I wanted, despite your mischief.
Then, why did you...
Just so you knew that he knew.
Oh, simple curiosity. I hope you won't think ill of me for it.
Ace smiled, gave Junpei a friendly pat on the shoulder, and then turned on his heel and left. That's awkward. It was a small defeat, but it was a defeat. Junpei had lost the upper hand, and he knew it. He could feel his stomach begin to tense.
Damn.
Okay, I still think I still need some stuff from this room, right? Right drawer, nothing. Yeah, something written on it, ship's log, huh? Ship's log, huh? Alright, yeah, I needed that. Wooden box. Nothing, yeah, I don't know why, what you expected. Atlantic Ocean in the middle. Hey, Junpei, what do you think these red things are? Ports. They look like pins. Do you think they're for? Who knows? What do you mean, who knows? Come on, be serious. I am. We already checked that. There's just this. Okay, yeah, no, we're good in this room. Let's see. Nothing in these drawers, right? Isn't good. Nothing inside of them. Engine order time is like shifting car. It's a little different. Yeah. Right, I take it from this, right? Doesn't it break off? No, I don't. That's not what I'm trying to click on. Steering wheel, see it. Yeah. Oh, no, so it would seem it moves. I noticed something else as well. What's that? Well, when you move this wheel, the compass also moves. What do you mean? The ship, it's moving. Ha. Tricked you, didn't I? The wheel and the compass must be connected to one another somehow. Do you think that's important? Well, let's try turning it again. Oh, right, and I need the... Oh, and I can't look at it here. What was it? I don't know, I'll have to look at the file, or... No, I need this, right? Nautical charts, connected by line. I think there's several maps there. Put the other on one side. Okay, I guess I can't read these? I thought I... Files? Oh, here we go. Across the sea, after leaving port, we headed south and west. Okay, those are two separate ones, right? South, west. We turned southwest to steer on a continent, then proceeded northwest. Southwest, southwest. Northwest. Mid-port, and changed our heading to east. And then north. Southwest, southwest. Okay, southwest, southwest, northwest, east, north. Steering wheel. Okay, so... South... West... Southwest... What was it? It was east... No, it was northeast. Right? I'm pretty sure. Northeast. Then it stopped, and then east. And then north. No. Yeah, so I just did, didn't it? Or did I do northeast? I did northeast, not northwest. That's what it... frick. I got one of them wrong. Yeah. Southwest. Northwest. Then east. And north. What the? The handle came off. Huh. Stooping so low, are you, Zero? No. Oh, the steering wheel? A handle. Yep, for this baby right here. I guess just click. So I sure hope this handle fits. Yes, it fits. Excellent. That should allow us to operate the engine or the telegraph. Let's give it a shot. But I need to look at... Yeah, I know, I know. Something up above it. I am aware. Okay, well, it's like kind of like an arrival board. All stuff just on the left side. What the hell is this? Name of the ports in the world. I imagine it's showing us the ship's route. You know, just like the ones you might see at an airport. Departing... I get it. Those are like those are the names of all the ports along the ship's route. There's only one line that shows the arrival time. The time on the bottom right? 47 seconds and 25 minutes past 7 o'clock. Perhaps that's the arrival time? Oh, right, yeah, no, we have to put the thing here, right? Yeah. It's familiar, something earlier, it's the same shape as this hole, I know it. Some sort of lock, a weird shape, huh? The shape, maybe... Nothing. I imagine the pocket watch is intended to go in there. However, we may need to do something with the watch first. Right. Can I do this now? Doesn't appear to be working. Hands have stopped at 5 minutes 39 seconds past 10 o'clock. Turning the knob does nothing. Yeah, it's probably broken. It looks as though you can move the hands, however. Right, where did I go to get that, though? I don't remember. Helm. A compass appears to be broken, however. Glass covers and smashed to pieces. So that's nothing. I vaguely remember there being another item I could use somewhere. What was it? Oh, timetable with pocket watch in hand. 47 seconds. Oh, and this prompts him to... This time is suspicious. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's set even to the last second. There has to be meaning behind it. Oh, perhaps. It's weird, though, how he doesn't... How Ace doesn't come to that conclusion if we don't have it, like... I don't know, that's just, that's so weird. Like, we have it, but, like, it has to be what's equipped for him to... I don't know. Ace suddenly went up to Junpei. Excuse me, Junpei. Hey, you just took my pocket watch. Hey, what the hell are you doing? Just trust me. Yeah. It should be fine now. Well, thanks for giving me the pocket watch back, but you don't need to look so smug about it. I took it and looked at the needle. Then, 47 seconds and 25 minutes past 7 o'clock. Oh, so you changed it to match the final arrival time. Ace nodded slowly. You know what to do next, right? Give it a shot. Yeah. Bink. Bonk. Looks like some sort of lock. It's got a weird shape. Actually, maybe the pocket watch would fit in there. Huh? That's strange. Nothing's happening. Perhaps we set it to the wrong time. Well, the arrival board had the time for the final destination. And we set the hands on the watch to that time, so... Are you saying that the arrival board has the wrong time? Yeah, I think it might. We need to figure out how to get it to show the right one. I don't actually remember this part. How did we change it? Did I do this first? But no, we need... You know, I guess we do, right? And this is just this. Did I miss something somewhere? I don't believe so. There's another door over in the corner, but you can't use it. I really don't remember this part. Just like the other one, metal plates bolted over the windows, been welded on. No in hell we're going to get those off anytime soon. Yeah. God, what? Cork, El Paso. Compass. Budge. Should have stopped. What would be the use of staring at? Yeah, I know, still. Nothing in the drawers. Desk, anything in the drawers? No. Oh, was it? No, maybe? Steering wheel, it's missing one of its handles, don't mess with the thing anymore. No. What am I forgetting? I'm forgetting something. We haven't used these yet, right? Ooh. Such a drawer, nothing in here anymore. I know the pencil locations, what these pins mean. No, not gonna trust picked up early. I have a map like this one. Let's see. Okay, oh, this is what I had to use it for. Oh. Another instance of me looking at something without the right thing in hand. Okay. 7 locations connected by straight lines, and each one has a word next to it. That's probably the speed. That's such an annoying feature that you have to have the right thing in hand. Okay. Full, half, slow, full, half, dead, stop. Full, half, slow, full, half, dead, stop. Full, half, slow, full. Alright, here's another shot. Full. Half. Slow. Full. Half. Dead. Stop. Oh god, that took... okay. Well, that's weird. I thought I put in the right speed. Did I mess up? No, I don't think so. The same thing happened earlier, remember? There's been a change to the arrival board. Yeah, you're right. Let's check it out. Okay, here we go. And we want 3 p.m. Or 3 a.m. technically. Because, yeah, 0300. 3 a.m. Display change, not showing estimated time of arrival of 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. Time. Junpei, take a look. Display, yeah, you're right. Only have the left half's on. It says the estimated arrival time is. What do you mean? Oh god, that was embarrassing. I see. Good work, Junpei. You're a sharp one. No, not really. You matched up the hands on the watch like I did earlier, didn't you? Now you set it to 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. Yep. Then surely you know what needs to happen next. Let's give it a shot, shall we? Here we go. Yeah. Try putting this in there. Finally, there we go. It says open now. Good work. It seems you were successful. Well done, Junpei. Hey, Clover. What? Look, we unlocked the door. Now we can get out of this room. Oh. Well, let's go then. Clover. Yeah. She depresso espresso still. Even after our talk.
Oh, a hallway.
It's far too narrow to be called one.
Well, they found themselves in a small space outside of the wheelhouse. On their left was a wooden door.
This seems to be the only route.
Yeah, let's go.
Junpei pushed it open and stepped into the room beyond.
Wow.
Yeah. It was full of all manner of turn-of-the-century electronic equipment.
Well, these machines are weird. I've never seen any of them before. Huh? Wait, this one is...
What? Oh, yeah, that. Yeah. The Morse code machine. The... One smaller machine had a metal bar that ended in a circular handle. Ace seemed to recognize it.
Ah, yes. A telegraph
key.
These were used to transmit Morse code a long time ago.
He turned and slowly took in the room.
This must be the communication office.
Across the room from the door they'd entered through was another door.
And that door?
A metal plaque was nailed to it. It read,
Captain's quarters. Huh.
That's what it says.
Then, do you think...
Maybe. Now, are we gonna be able to take the Zero bracelet this time? Because if I remember right, Clover ends up taking it in the other version of this where we don't talk to her and give her the Clover. Ace swallowed. Junpei could feel his hands begin to sweat. But I guess why would that affect us taking it or not? So... yeah. Only Clover seemed unaffected.
Well, we won't know if we don't open it.
She walked up to the door and put her hand on the knob. It opened easily, and without so much as a pause, she walked in. Junpei and Ace followed. The first thing they saw... Yeah, the dead man. Was a man on the floor covered in blood. Junpei felt his body seize up. His mouth went dry and he felt very, very cold. The blood in his veins slowed to a crawl and his heart tightened like a fist.
Not again.
This was the third time he'd seen the horror of death laid out before him. He didn't think it was something he could stand to see much more of. Still, he had begun to accept that whatever it was that he saw, whatever happened to him, was beyond his control, and whatever force controlled him was driven by a determination that he couldn't hope to match.
Damn.
A sense of helplessness, of desperation washed over him. It left behind a feeling of utter emptiness that wormed its way through his body like acid.
No, wait.
What?
We didn't check his pulse yet.
Yeah, no, he's dead.
Maybe he's still alive.
No. Fueled by that spark of hope, Junpei ran to the man's body, and his heart fell. When he touched his hand to his neck,
No pulse.
his pupils had dilated, and he wasn't breathing.
Well, he's dead.
Yeah.
Damn. If only we knew how it happened.
Isn't there an axe nearby? Junpei lifted the man's already stiff body. That was a deep red wound on his chest.
These wounds. I wonder what killed him.
Junpei didn't have to wonder long.
It must have been this.
Yeah. For lying next to the corpse was an axe. The entire blade of it was drenched in bright red blood. From the shape of the man's wound, there could be no doubt that it had been made by the axe. Junpei looked at the body again. A lake of blood stretched out around it. It was wearing the clothes of a ship's captain, although they were stained with blood.
These clothes. A captain. Does that mean this guy was Zero?
Unlikely. On his left hand was a bracelet. The number on the bracelet was 0.
Bracelet 0.
It was only then that Junpei noticed the stench of blood that filled the room. He couldn't help but laugh. There was nothing else for him to say. It was too simple, too obvious, too straightforward. If there hadn't been a dead man on the floor, Junpei might have thought it was a joke.
Junpei.
It may be wise to find a way out of here first.
Yeah.
You're right.
We should take the... okay. Yeah, at least fairly recently. But... it's just... odd. Very, very odd. Oh god, I remember this room, sort of. This room was a pain, wasn't it? Let's deal with this. This is gonna be code, 4s, numbers, and letters. Oh, yeah. I don't remember... Oh god, yeah, this. I vaguely remember this being a pain. I don't remember how to solve it, but I remember it's a pain. There's blood on the chair. Do you think this was the dead guys? Yeah, probably. A bed. There's nothing in it. Music box. One of the old music boxes. How about we wind it up? Sounds fucked up. Why does it sound like that? Is it broken? The pins on the cylinder are shaped all weird. I don't think those are the pins. It looks like someone else someone put something else on top of it. I think we're gonna have to take it apart to figure out what's going on, don't you? Yeah, probably. It's a lamp, but it doesn't turn on. I don't think there's anything special about it. So Small table. Yeah. A camcorder. It looks like it's pointing at the door. Well, the power's on. Why would someone want to videotape a door? Reasons. Power's not on. Yeah. Oh, let's look at this thing, right? Like batteries, the cable running from them to the monitor. Okay, yeah, it doesn't do anything yet. A chair. Yes, thank you, Clover. Junpei? Oh, where are you going? I was gonna pop over to the communications office and talk to Ace. You're gonna leave me alone in here? You could. Okay. Stay here with me a little longer. There are still lots of places we haven't looked. Interesting. There's a bunch of weird buttons on here. They probably switch what you see on the screens. Yeah, do you know how to work this thing? Why don't we just press one of these? Like this one. Oh! Oh, hey! Well, I guess it does change the... What the hell is this? Nothing on the monitor, just static.
Huh.
Junpei snorted with grim humor for the second time since he'd come into the room. The 4 screens along the bottom had a single letter each spelling out
Z-E-R-O, huh?
Yeah.
It's like he's making fun of us. What do you think?
Might be. He turned to Clover, who was standing next to him. Clover nodded.
Nothing.
Oh, great. It seemed that she cared about little. Of course, Junpei could hardly blame her. Given the strain she was surely under, Junpei was somewhat surprised she had responded at all. Still, he had to ask. He gestured toward the corpse.
What about him? Do you think that's really Zero?
No. Clover shook her head weakly.
There's no way that's him. Didn't I tell you already? Zero is one of us.
Yeah, right. Well, even if he wasn't one of us, there's no way that man could be Zero.
Yeah, no, too old.
Huh?
Don't you get it? The letters that spell Zero on the TV screen, the captain's clothes he's got on, and of course, the bracelet with a 0 on it. It's too obvious. Look, this is Zero right here. This dead body is Zero. Isn't that kind of fishy?
A little bit. I'm still sus of Santa, because... Again, in the other ending, we left Santa to take care of June. We go back after dealing with Ace, and what do you know? Santa's gone and June's just lying there. Plus, how angry he got when we we announced that we were going to door 1. I don't know, things look kind of weird. Like, all the times he acted oblivious, that could have easily have just been him exactly that, acting. So, like, I don't know. It's fishy.
You're right. Only an idiot wouldn't see through something like that.
No, that's not the point. So I'm not trying to make fun of them for thinking a trick like this would work. I'm sure they didn't think it would work, which makes me wonder.
I guess he's not gonna say the rest of that line, I suppose.
I think this is a challenge. A challenge from the person who's really behind all of this. He's making fun of us. Don't you get it? If whoever killed this guy really wanted us to think this corpse was Zero, they'd never have put a bracelet on him.
I suppose.
Walking around with a Zero bracelet would be like hanging a sign around your neck that said, "I did it!" Anyone with a brain would be able to see that this guy is supposed to look like everything Zero is supposed to be. Just like we did. The killer must have known we wouldn't think he was Zero and put the bracelet on him anyway. Do you know why?
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 Like I said, he's mocking us. Too bad, suckers. This isn't Zero. Where's the real me then? See if you can catch me. It's the same bad joke a lot of criminals like to play. They'll just sit back and watch people run in circles.
Interesting theory.
That's really twisted. But it almost seems kind of childish.
How old is Santa?
Yeah, you're right. It's really childish. It's like it's just a game to whoever this person is. That's what seems funny to me.
Junpei bent down next to the corpse.
Alright, let's get back to the point.
Plus, didn't Santa have to, like... Nah, Santa wouldn't have that kind of sense of humor, though, would he? Because didn't he have to, like, leave school to take care of his sister? So a situation like that makes you... Well, I don't know. It's hard to say, because Santa does seem kind of... iffy with his sense of humor sometimes. So, I don't know.
Who killed this man?
I don't know.
And what's this guy's deal? Who is he?
How would I know that? If I knew anything, I would have told you.
You have no idea who he is.
No.
Why would I?
Junpei sat back on his haunches and thought.
We should check and see if he's got anything on him that might tell us who he is.
Okay, so this is new. Right. Did they have this conversation in the other version of this? I don't think so, right?
Give me a hand here, Clover.
Huh?
We gotta flip him over. How else are we gonna search his pockets?
Clover didn't move.
Okay, fine. Guess I'll do it.
I asked because they were talking about Zero's sense of humor being childish, like how it all seems like a game to him. And like I was saying before, I'm kind of sus of Santa. But again, I also don't know if he would have a childish sense of humor, because again, he did have to take care of his sister. So I feel like but I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know. Junpei had no choice but to move the body on his own.
Here we go.
He grabbed hold of an area not completely covered in blood and shoved. It took a moment, but eventually Junpei felt the man's bulk begin to shift. But just as it did...
Huh?
Something fell from the man's left wrist.
Hey, it's the
bracelet with Zero on the face.
Lastly, Lab discussed how to remove the bracelets. There are only two ways to do so. 1. You escape from this ship. 2. More Hartley, which is Zero. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or the parasite ignores Hartley has fallen to Zero, it will shut down automatically.
Oh god.
Junpei stared at the bracelet.
This man... he's dead, isn't he?
Yeah, Junpei, he very much is. Uh-huh.
Huh?
No, it's just... I guess I didn't really think about it until right now. If his bracelet's off, that means he's dead.
Well, it's pretty obvious that he's dead. You don't really need to look at his bracelet to figure out that he's dead.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. I guess you're right. It is pretty obvious. Well, he looks a lot better than the other bodies we've seen, though. You know?
Probably because he didn't get blown up.
I mean, if there wasn't all this blood, he'd almost look like he was still alive.
I guess so.
I mean, I know it's kind of a messed up thing to say, but he kinda has it better, you know?
Bro. Junpei, shut up.
Dying from a bomb going off inside of you? I mean, that's just...
Brother, shut up, Junpei.
Some of Snake's bones went right through his skin.
Oh, is this where they're gonna figure out that it wasn't Snake? Because he's gonna talk about his observation about the bone, and then Clover's gonna be like, wait a minute, but his left arm's fake.
I think the explosion must have thrown him against a wall or something.
Is this finally gonna come into play?
There was a broken bone just sticking out of his left arm.
Yes! Yes!
And,
Suddenly, Junpei realized what he was saying. How could he have been so cruel? He clapped his hands over his mouth. But it was already too late. He turned to look at Clover. She was glaring at him furiously.
What did you just say?
Come on. Her words sounded cold. He knew an apology could hardly atone for what he'd done, but he tried anyway.
oh man, I am so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I really don't know what I was thinking.
No, this is good.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. What did you say about his arm?
Mm-hmm.
Arm?
Yes, his left arm. You said it, didn't you?
Yeah?
Well, yeah, I did, but I mean, didn't you see it too?
Of course not. I could barely look at him. There's no way I was gonna see the details.
Okay, so that explained why. Okay, because yeah, I remember before I questioned like how did Clover not notice that this explains it. Clover took a quick deep breath.
Are you sure it was his left arm?
Mm-hmm. Junpei thought back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
And he had a broken bone, right?
Uh-huh.
What the hell are you getting at here?
Just shut up and answer me!
Yeah! No, I know. I'm just talking. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I was talking about how Clover didn't notice, not Junpei. Because I had questioned before, like, how the hell did Clover not notice if she knew that, but she didn't properly look at him. She just saw, like, his clothes and then probably, like, looked away immediately and was like, oh, shit. She shoved her face closer to his. He could see the fire in her eyes. Junpei winced and swallowed.
Yeah, he did. It was pretty bad, too. The bone was sticking out of the arm.
Uh-huh. No sooner were the words out of his mouth than Clover's expression changed.
Clover? What's wrong? Look, I'm sorry if I said anything.
Suddenly she was crying. Junpei wasn't sure what to do.
Thank you.
It was close to the last thing he'd expected to hear.
Huh? What are you...
Junpei had no idea what had just happened. He didn't think he'd done anything worthy of thanks, and he couldn't understand why she would have chosen that moment to begin crying. So he simply stood there confused.
Thank you so much, Junpei.
Ooh. You know, he could really use an explanation there, Clover. She thanked them again, and then something even stranger happened. Clover threw herself into Junpei's surprised arms. I'm waiting for Ace to walk in and be like, whoa, what y'all doing?
Hey, what's going on with you?
I'm sorry, it's just... I'm so happy!
He is so confused.
Why?
The body in the shower room, it isn't his! It isn't my brother!
Huh?
It's not Snake!
Why on earth would you think that?
Because his left arm is...
She stopped herself.
I'm sorry. I really shouldn't be talking about this.
No, it would clear up a lot of the confusion he's feeling. He'd appreciate it if you did finish. Junpei decided it would be prudent not to press her for any more information. If she didn't wish to tell him, she certainly had a reason for doing so. Probably so he didn't go blabbing about it, I guess. Perhaps more importantly, however, if Clover was so certain, then she was likely right. That meant that the body in the shower room wasn't Snape. It wasn't much, but that knowledge lifted some of the weight from Junpei's heart.
But he's still alive. I'm so happy.
I mean, he's still missing, but yeah, he's alive. Tears shone in her eyes. Those tears melted Junpei's heart. As she cried, she had pushed herself up against his chest like a child. Why describe it like that? Junpei put his arms around her and held her tight. I wonder if Ace is like listening in from like behind the door, like with his ear pressed up against it, and is like, shit, that wasn't Snake?
I'm so glad.
Huh?
Junpei, you were right.
Huh?
No matter what happens, you can never lose hope.
Okay, and we're circling back to that, okay.
You have to remember what's most important, and that's to have faith and to have love. If you can remember all of those, that'll bring you good luck.
Clover reached into her pocket and... Nah, Santa is hella sus, bro. He had to have... That had to have been on purpose. But no, is Clover's name still Clover in the JP version? I don't remember if that was... Because you said one of the names was a carryover from the Japanese one, but the others were localized. Was hers the one that carried over? Or was hers a localization? Because if hers was Clover in the original Japanese, then that had to... She's Yotsuba? Okay. And I assume Yotsuba doesn't... Which is okay, yeah, no. Santa is hella sus, but he is... Nah, that had to have been on purpose. There's no way. I don't... Because he's the one who gave us the Clover and told us about that, right? Or we found the Clover and this had to have been calculated on his part. Clover reached into her pocket and pulled something out.
That's...
It was a laminated bookmark. But I guess how would he know that Clover would choose that name, right? Unless he... Well, I guess it wouldn't really matter either way. If Santa did know she would choose that name or not, because the message is still the same. It just makes more sense with her name also being Clover. But yeah, no, Santa, yeah, no, I
only made it here because you gave me this.
Well, I mean, you would have made it here anyway, but then you would have... Unless she's talking, like... Not in the physical sense, but in the metaphorical sense, she wouldn't have made it here and talked about this. But yeah. In the physical sense, though, you would have made it here, but then you would have gone on a axe-murdering rampage.
I was suspicious of everybody, and I was angry and miserable.
Yeah, understandably.
But because I had this four-leaf clover, because of what you said to me,
Yeah.
Junpei hadn't thought his words would have had such an effect on her. Her words were making him feel a little awkward.
Thank you so much, Junpei.
She looked up at him. He scratched his nose and pretended to notice something interesting somewhere else in the room.
Oh, if you really want to thank somebody, you should be thanking Santa.
Santa? Why?
Well, he was the one who gave me that thing. And the words for each leaf, I got that from him too.
Yeah, but he is hella side. I don't trust that motherfucker.
Oh.
I mean, you still sent them to her, so... And then suddenly... Clover broke away from Junpei.
Huh?
He looked confused. He hadn't thought she'd react that poorly. Clover began to pace across the room. Six steps to the left. 6 steps to the right. Another 6 to the left. And then she stopped.
Did Santa really tell you those things?
Yes? Her eyes were serious, but not angry.
Yeah, he did. Did I, say something wrong?
Oh no, not at all.
That's good. That's good. What are you thinking?
In fact, this could be really good news. I think.
Okay. Care to share?
You think?
Santa knew about the words and the clover. The only people who should know about that are the other subjects.
Subjects?
Wait, so has this whole time she thought no, because she would have known we weren't.
The other people who were in the experiment 9 years ago, with my brother and me. But he's blind.
Uh-huh.
And I was part of the Nevada test group.
Okay.
So neither of us would be able to recognize the faces of the people who were on this boat.
What do you mean the Nevada? What?
Whoa, okay, time out.
Whoa, what? Hang on a minute. Yeah, what? Huh? What do you mean the what? Junpei held up his hands. He took a deep breath and let it out.
Let's just calm down for a second, okay? Start from the top.
I mean, I guess it would make sense that he also wouldn't recognize Santa's voice. No, because Santa... I guess Santa could have still been in puberty at the time, so his voice could have changed. I guess?
Don't start with the end and then jump to the middle. You gotta start with 1 and then move to 2 and 3 and 4 and so on.
But I guess Snake also didn't recognize Ace's voice, right? So I guess... yeah.
If you don't tell me stuff in the right order, I'm never gonna be able to figure it out.
Okay.
Clover nodded.
All right, let's start with this experiment.
Mm-hmm.
What happened on this boat 9 years ago?
Yeah, I know he'd be 15. That's why I was kind of like, because you would think his voice would have already changed to be pretty similar to what it is now, right? But I guess Santa could have hit puberty late, but all of no, because doesn't 7 say the oldest kid was 13? I don't remember what 7 said all the kids' ages were in the other route. I think he said the oldest was like 12 or 13, right? I don't remember. But, you know, but yeah, I guess Santa, assuming Santa was one of the subjects, right? Yeah, I guess you could assume... that, I don't know. Because, again, you know, Snake didn't recognize Ace's voice. So I guess it's possible he just didn't recognize Santa's voice either? But... or you could also make the assumption that maybe Santa's was still mid-puberty and hadn't voice changed yet, potentially. I don't know.
Do you know about morphogenetic fields?
Yeah, we've heard it a few times.
Morphogenetic fields.
Uh-huh. He did, and the realization sent chills down Junpei's spine.
All right, how about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism.
I think Lotus mentioned something like that.
Junpei recounted what Lotus had told him earlier. Clover nodded.
Telepathy, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's not really it, but I suppose it's similar.
So they were testing telepathy on this ship?
Again, sort of, but not really.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, what exactly did they have you guys do?
The same thing that we're doing now. Exactly the same thing.
What?
The nonary game. 9 people were put on this boat, and 9 others were put in the building in Nevada, and the game started.
Okay. Junpei grabbed the sides of his head.
Look, I'm sorry, but I don't get it. What do the nonary game and some telepathy experiment have to do with each other? Am I missing something here?
Clover bit her lip. She blinked back sudden tears. What had happened to her in Nevada?
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger. You know how sometimes when you're up against a really tough problem, and then the answer just kind of pops in your head?
I guess, yeah.
That's an epiphany. And what you learn from the epiphany can be transmitted with telepathy. When you add danger to that equation, then it gets easier to transmit that information over telepathy.
So you're saying the nonary game was supposed to introduce that element of danger?
Yeah, but it couldn't be just any old danger.
Kind of fucked up to test it on
had to
kids.
be life and death.
It's really fucked up to test that on kids. Like, they couldn't have kidnapped some, like, adults or something. No, they had to get kids.
It had to be life and death. And someone did actually die. A girl.
That being Santa's sister. 'Cause yeah. Nah, Santa's definitely 0, right? 1,000,000%.
Huh.
Junpei felt the sudden grip of despair on his heart. Something deep and distant and powerful squeezed, and for a moment he felt very, very empty and alone.
She was on the boat with my brother. I was in Nevada. I never met her, but I did hear her name. Her name was...
The sound of the door opening was like a gunshot. Junpei spun around.
Oh, my apologies. I seem to have disturbed you.
No, it's alright. I'm guessing Clover never saw... Yeah, because if Ace was afraid of Snake recognizing him, but not Clover, I guess, yeah, he would have never met her, only Snakey.
Ace!
You two must have strong stomachs. I can't imagine how you could stay in this room for so long.
Yeah. Ace glanced down at the floor. At the corpse covered in blood.
At any rate, Junpei, would you be so kind as to come and help me with something?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm having a little trouble, and I could really use your assistance.
Whatever you say, man. Whatever you want.
Come on, it'll only take a moment.
With that, he turned and walked back toward the communications office. I don't remember, did Santa tell us the name of his sister? I don't recall. Clover waited until he was out of sight, then spoke in a small, quiet voice.
I don't want Ace to hear us. We can talk about this later.
Okay, it's fine.
Huh? Hey, wait!
Clover ignored him. From outside, Junpei could hear Ace calling. No, he didn't? Okay, I didn't think so.
Junpei, what are you doing in there? Hurry up!
Yeah, shut up. We're coming. Grumbling to himself, Junpei stomped off toward the communications office. Alright, what you want? It looks as though that drawer is the only thing that's locked. Yeah, I don't see the keyhole, electronic lock perhaps, some cables over there, you said, yeah, with no veil, it's broken. What do we have to click on? This code. That did anything. It works. Not sure if it's actually transmits anything outside of the ship. I'll write that stupid joke. The monkey with the glasses. Old telegraph. Nothing suspicious here. Ah, right. The screwdrivers. Pressing use them to just yeah. Alright. Got a cylinder. See if these drawers, yes. Ink. Right, and we roll this thing with the ink, right? Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. I guess I'll put the ink on the cylinder. Yeah, okay. Then we need a piece of paper, don't we? Or something like that. Yeah, here we go. What is this? Blank, nothing written on it. Okay, combine. I just gotta roll a cylinder. Okay. Just as you suspected, right? Now you have a pattern of dots and lines on the paper. I imagine it's Morse code. These dots and lines are the dots and dashes of Morse code. Alright, and then we use this over here. Boom. Alright, we've got the Morse code I'm supposed to enter. If I do this right, something will happen. I hope. Alright, let's give this a shot. Alright. That unlocks the drawer. Excellent work, Junpei. Good job. You seem to have figured it out. You've unlocked the drawer. Alright. Gimme. A red file lay in the drawer. Junpei reached down and picked it up.
Looks like there's something on the cover. ALLICE.
It's all coming together now. All ice.
All ice.
Mm-hmm.
Alice. Does this mean?
Yep. Junpei couldn't hold back. He had to know what was in that file. Each page was covered with strange characters. They looked like tiny drawings of birds, snakes, insects, horned animals, wings, and even kneeling humans. There were many pages in the file, and each was full of these strange symbols.
What the hell is this?
Hieroglyphics, man! He didn't realize he'd spoken out loud until Ace looked over at him.
They are hieroglyphs, a form of writing used in ancient Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Ancient Egypt?
That's right.
Can you read them?
Of course.
Not.
I can't. What would make you think I could?
What the hell?
Junpei flipped through a few more pages. It wasn't just 1 or 2 pages that were covered in the strange symbols. Every single page was covered in them.
Whoa, the whole thing's like that.
Trying to read them was pointless. Junpei wasn't going to waste any more time with them. He made to close the file. And something fell out.
Huh? What's this?
He bent down and picked it up.
Oh, a key card.
Bottom Deck Library. There was a symbol on it that reminded Junpei of the symbols for the Saturn and Mercury key cards. This one, however, had a dot in the center of the male symbol.
Uranus. That's the Uranus symbol.
I still like how they purposefully avoided the other. I mean, I think this is technically the correct way of saying it. But I bet when they were like talking to the voice actors and getting like the voice direction and whatnot, the directors were like, now, do not say what you want to say. Say Uranus. Do not say the other one. Bro, I bet you there's some like outtake somewhere where this specific VA said Uranus, and they were like, "No, look, we know it's funny, but no." And probably not, but I just think that's funny to imagine. Am I correct to be old? Yeah. Yeah. But still. In addition to the Uranus symbol, there were 3 words engraved on the card as well.
Something's written on the bottom. Bottom deck library. This must be the key to the library, then.
Yeah.
So it would seem.
Bottom deck library. Oh.
Junpei remembered something he'd heard from Seven when they'd been in the chemical closet.
Seven said something like...
Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge beneath the navel of the Gigantic.
Could beneath the navel mean the bottom deck? And the Forest of Knowledge is the library?
That would make sense.
Then could Alice be in a room somewhere beyond the library?
What's wrong? Something on your mind?
Oh, you know. Junpei blinked. Only then did he notice Ace looking at him, curiosity and concern written across his face in equal parts.
Yeah. I just remembered something.
Is that so? What about?
Well, don't laugh, okay?
There was no reason for Junpei to hide his thoughts. He began to explain his theory to Ace. Then he stopped. It wouldn't make any sense if Ace didn't know who Alice was supposed to be. So he told Ace everything June had told him.
The Egyptian priestess, an Ice 9. Interesting.
And the woman who wouldn't melt, who was recovered from the Titanic disaster? They called her All Ice, which eventually turned into Alice. And she was purchased by an English millionaire who called himself Lord Gordain. According to Seven, this ship is where he hid Alice.
And you think that he hid her in a small room, beyond the library on the bottom deck?
Well, it's probably not actually Alice back there, right? But it seems like Zero is trying to get us to go there for some reason.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is just a theory.
Ace stared off into the distance, his hand slowly and absent-mindedly stroking his beard. After a few moments, his hand stopped. He turned slowly to look at Junpei and his brows drew together.
Junpei, have you ever heard of the term CAS?
Cass?
It stands for Cells Alive System. It is an advanced technology for freezing and preserving organic matter. Put simply, it is a technique that allows one to freeze things without the formation of ice crystals. Normally, if you freeze something fresh, water within its cells expands as it crystallizes, damaging the cell membrane. CAS, however, works differently. The object to be frozen is supercooled using magnetic fields, and then frozen instantly and uniformly, giving ice crystals no time to form.
Yeah, isn't this how they... Because there are a few facilities... I think there's one near me, actually, in Vegas. That freezes like dead, semi-wealthy people at their request. Or not dead, but dying. You know, like so close to death that, you know, they have nothing else to lose. Then they're like, fuck it, freeze me. I think that, yeah, I think.
It was originally developed for the preservation of food, as an alternative to the normal freezing process.
Actually, let me look it up. Hang on. I'm pretty sure there's one of those near me. What would I even... I guess... I don't even know how I would go... No... Human... Freezing after death... yeah, the cryonics facility. Yeah, cryoprotectant solution to prevent ice crystal formation. The body is then stored in liquid nitrogen at minus 196 degrees Celsius. The body's fluids are drained and replaced with a cryoprotectant solution. Bodies cool down gradually. The specialized container. Okay, no, they are dead. Because, yeah, it's illegal to perform it on someone who is still alive. Yeah, Yeah. Human, cryonics. Nevada. Oh, there's a few near me actually. Mildly concerning, but you know. Yeah, rich people, man, they'll pay for anything. It is in fact real.
Now, however, there are rumors that it can be used for other things.
What do you mean, other things?
Well, there are obvious medical uses, but perhaps also space travel.
Yeah. Isn't there a Chris Pratt movie about that? Or like, I mean, even Halo has it, right? They like cryo freeze their ODSTs before hot dropping them, I think, or something. Or they used to. I don't remember. Cause yeah, you know, that was in the Halo 4 like accompanying movie Forward Unto Dawn that showed the history of Captain Lasky.
Space travel? Are you serious?
No, but it wasn't used for hot dropping. It was just to, yeah, I think it was specifically for traveling long distances in space. But it showed them training to handle it.
Surely you've heard of suspended animation. Cryogenic freezing?
Yeah.
It's a fairly common idea in science fiction books and films.
And real life over the last decade or so.
People are sometimes
from before
frozen
that.
for especially lengthy journeys through space.
Well, that was when Junpei understood what Ace was suggesting.
Whoa, wait a minute there.
Ace looked at him and raised an eyebrow.
Are you saying that Alice was frozen using that cast thing?
Well, I'm sure the possibility is quite low, but it is a possibility. If this special ice you call Ice 9 does indeed exist, and casts were used to freeze her into that sort of ice instantaneously.
You think she could be alive?
Unlikely.
Well, I can't say for sure, of course. I'm only talking about possibilities. The melting point for Ice 9 is 96 degrees, right?
Mm-hmm.
If she were put somewhere where she could reach that temperature...
That's nuts. Are you really saying she could have defrosted and started
The
walking
incinerator. They're not actually leading up to us finding Alice, right? There's no way.
You're quite right. It does sound unbelievable.
Nah, there's no way.
But if she had, then we would have an explanation for the man we found dead on the floor.
True.
You mean the guy
Maybe.
dressed like a captain?
Yes. He was dead when we found him. Clearly, he was murdered.
Yeah.
But if he was murdered, then by whom? It couldn't have been one of us. That would be impossible. In order to enter the captain's quarters, one must first open door 1. That door that requires the Earth Key prevented us from accessing door 1. Who was it that opened that door?
Santa and Lotus.
Right. Clearly, the two of them could not have opened door 1, or any other door for that matter. Who else then could have done so?
Junpei thought for a second.
Nobody.
After Santa and Lotus used the Earth Key, they turned back and met up with me and June. Then we returned to the large hospital room and found Ace, Seven, and Clover. While we'd gone into the shower room, Ace, Seven, and Clover had stayed behind. But it's impossible for those three to open door 1. But what about when June and I took the elevator to door 2? No, still won't work. We were only gone 5 minutes. No human being could have run to the captain's quarters, killed that guy in there, and run back that fast.
Yeah, no, that'd be crazy.
It would be impossible for any of us to be the murderer. That being the case, who could have killed him? Wouldn't it make sense if his killer was someone who had been in the ship for some time? A person like that would know the ship well. They would know the locations of all the hidden passages and secret doors. The numbered door would mean nothing to someone like that. It would be a simple thing for them to enter the captain's quarters.
Then you're saying the killer was Alice?
Or Zero. That's again, assuming it's not Santa. It was Junpei's turn to raise an eyebrow. Ace drew his thumb across his lips thoughtfully.
Well, this is all only one possible theory.
All ice. Alice. Is she really somewhere on the ship?
Junpei had only one clue. The key card in his hand.
Maybe this card will give me access to the Forest of Knowledge.
Yeah, maybe.
And the big mystery. What could be there beyond the Forest of Knowledge? Anyway, whatever. It's gonna have to wait. I can't do anything right now.
Very, very intriguing.
I'll come back to this later.
He gripped the keycard tighter and shoved it deep into his pocket. Very interesting. Ceramic. Have you found a keyhole? Oh wait, no, sorry, wrong door, wrong door. Over here? Yeah, this is right here. Control panel for the electronic lock. Looks like it's got a keyhole in the bottom right. Maybe the key I got earlier. Sweet, should put that key in and now it's on. Junpei, look! There's a minus sign on the screen. There are 8 of them. That probably means you've got to put in 8 digits. It's, yeah, it's working. Alright, the Cells Alive system one? Yeah, I see it. Unless there was one after that and before this one, then... Yeah, it might have just popped up and disappeared before you noticed. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it broke for a second and didn't pop up. I don't know. Do you think you can figure it out? Oh yeah, what was it again? We still have the Morse code thing, but I doubt it has to do with that. File. Let's... Oh, wait. Oh, right, duh, this. Oh my god. You know what? I don't want to try and figure this out again. What was the answer? I really just don't want to do that again. Like we've done this puzzle once already. I think we can just move past it, I think. I don't think we need to worry about that. It was like because we needed 0, right? So it was, what was it, 33 or something? I don't know. Hang on, let me look at this properly. Let's see. 35, 14, 27, 24. Okay. See, I did not want to do that again. There we go. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Yes. It worked. Good job, Junpei. Excellent. You seem to have unlocked it. Good work, Junpei. Alright. Let's go. Okay. And yeah, Lotus shouldn't want to go back or shouldn't stay behind and then act all suspicious coming out on her own. They stepped out of the captain's quarters and into another hallway. The hallway stretched out in front of Junpei for a bit before turning left like a great backward L.
All right, let's go.
Junpei rounded the corner and took off down a straightaway. He ran and ran and ran. At the end of the hallway was a door.
That's the next door.
He made straight for it.
Wait, a piece of paper.
He was nearly halfway to it when he noticed a piece of paper in the middle of the floor. Junpei skidded to a halt.
This is...
He dropped down to his hands and knees and quickly tore the paper off the floor.
Map of the ship's interior for ADEC.
What's wrong?
Ace, slightly slower by virtue of his advanced age, had finally caught up to Junpei.
I found a map for this floor.
He showed Ace what he snatched from the wall. Wall? What do you mean? Wasn't it on the floor? Okay. He looked at it long enough to determine what it was and nodded.
I see.
With that, he began running again past Junpei.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
He's like, I don't give a fuck.
I should keep this, though.
Probably. Junpei shoved the map into his pocket and got up to follow Ace. But something stopped him.
Hey, where's Clover?
Oh, did she still grab the axe? Clover. He turned around and Clover was nowhere to be seen.
Damn it, what the hell is she up to?
Junpei muttered. Junpei muttered angrily under his breath and took off back the way he'd come. He's 50? I don't remember them ever saying that. I thought he was like maybe 40s, like mid 40s. So not far off. But no. As he stomped around the corner, he saw her. Okay, she's not holding her hands behind her back this time. She was standing in front of the door to the captain's quarters, her hand on the knob.
Clover!
Huh?
As Junpei watched, she closed it gently and quietly.
What the hell are you doing?
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing?
But she did take the bracelet. Clover had unconsciously put her hands over the pockets of her jacket as if trying to hide something.
What the hell is that?
What?
You've got something in your pocket. What is it?
Oh, this? This is...
Okay, she didn't immediately tell us to mind our own business this time.
a note.
Uh-huh.
A note?
Yeah, I found it in the pocket of the guy
okay,
with
so
the captain's clothes.
she's trusting us this time.
It said something about the darkness of the sinister hand or something.
What the hell? Let me see it.
No, not right.
Oh, you don't trust Ace? But Junpei wasn't going to get to see it. From the other end of the hall, he heard Ace's voice.
Hey, Junpei, Clover! What are you two doing? Hurry up!
Okay, when he said Junpei wasn't going to get to see it, I thought he was going to get knocked out or something. I was like,
He's getting mad.
Clover shrugged.
I'll show it to you later, all right?
Oh, yeah, sure, whatever you say.
Come on, we gotta hurry.
Totally trust you. Before Junpei could protest, she was gone. Around the corner and off down the long stem of the L. A note? A note. Junpei was curious, but there was something else that bothered him.
From the look of that pocket, it doesn't particularly look like just a note.
Yeah, no, she has the bracelet too.
Jeez, what are you thinking? For crying out loud.
Junpei did his best to convince himself that it would make sense later and ran off after Clover. Yeah, totally gonna make sense, For show. Junpei pushed through the door and found himself in a large room with a large set of stairs.
The big stairs. So this is where it ends up.
Indeed.
Just like it says on the map.
It was just what he'd expected to see after reading the map. His I see after reading the map himself meant that Ace had probably realized the same thing.
Ace, did he head down?
He put his hand on the handrail and leaned over to look down.
Oh, there he is.
Look, the 4 others are there too.
That's good. And not just Ace, Santa, June, Seven, and Lotus as well.
Really?
Let's join them.
Junpei and Clover glanced at each other and hurried down the stairs. They reached B deck at the same time.
Jumpy! Clover!
June's face was excited. Something had happened, that much Junpei could tell by simply looking at her.
What's up?
What happened to you guys? Given that situation, he was not inclined to be excited about sudden developments. June, however, couldn't contain herself.
We found it!
Found what?
The 9th door.
We found it!
What did you find?
The last door! We found door 9!
What?
Come on! Just follow us! We'll explain on the way!
Okay.
And all of us are together now and not gonna get murdered, so we're gonna get out of here, right? Except we have to check out the library. There's that little detail. Seven turned and jogged off down the stairs.
Well, if that's the case...
Wait for me.
We should get going as well.
The rest followed.
Jumpy! We finally made it!
The relief and excitement in her voice echoed what each one of them felt.
Yeah, it's finally time.
Yeah, is it? Junpei wasn't quite ready to believe that they'd really done it, or at least not just yet. Still, if everyone said that it was door 9, then it probably was.
We've reached the end.
He could feel his heart racing. A mixture of anticipation and fear ran through his veins, and he could feel his legs shaking. He was doing his best to maintain a sense of healthy skepticism, but he couldn't deny that the prospect of escape was an exciting one.
Something's bothering me. Only 3 to 5 people can go through the numbered door.
Yeah?
7 of us are on our way to door 9. That means that, best case scenario, there will be 2 of us who have to stay behind.
Well, except that there's two doors.
2 people. Is there a way?
Also the fact that, you know, Snake is in the coffin in there too. Junpei looked over at the clock, but they don't know that yet.
4:30. We've only got 90 minutes left. I've got no time to wonder about it now.
Hey, Junpei! June! What the hell are you two doing? Hurry it up!
Yeah, we're coming. Santa's voice jolted Junpei out of his reverie.
Let's go, Jumpy!
June took off down the stairs, jogging as quickly as she could.
Yeah.
Junpei followed. Down, down, down we go, down, down, down the elevator. As a group, they piled onto the elevator and rode impatiently down to E-Deck. It looked familiar. There was a metal grate between the 2 elevators. But wait, we're not getting the thing from... Oh wait, no, wasn't... Yeah, okay. There was a metal grate between the 2 elevators. Seven grabbed hold of it and began to talk.
I know I told you I'd explain it earlier, but honestly, there ain't much to explain.
True.
After we split off from you guys, the 4 of us got into the elevator on the left, and that took us to the other side of the grate. After that, we headed down another hallway. It took us toward the bow and eventually to the number 6 that you two found earlier.
Yeah.
We opened it and kept going. There was another locked door behind it, like usual, but this time we had to complete 2 different areas before we could unlock it. Once we were through that door, there was another hallway that went the other direction, toward the stern.
So, on your way, you found the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So, in other words, you kinda did a lap, huh? You came from that side to this side.
Yeah.
With that settled, Junpei looked around.
So, where's the number 9 door?
Over here. Follow me.
7 began walking down the hallway that led toward the stern. But wait, this is... Junpei and the others broke into a jog to keep up with him.
By the way...
Uh-huh. They had been walking for a while, June in silent step with Junpei when she spoke.
You know, it's because of Santa that we're all here right now.
Is it now?
Huh?
That all 7 of us are going to door 9.
What?
You don't get it? Santa, 7, and Lotus. What's their digital route?
Oh, they could have gone through themselves, but Santa was like, nah, I'm gonna go back for the others. y'all can marinate here, okay? Okay, good on Santa. He could have left and he didn't.
9. It's 9.
That's right. They could have just left me behind and kept going if they'd wanted to.
Wait, are you saying 7 was down to do that? Like Lotus, sure. But 7 was down to leave and only Santa okay. Wow, fuck you, 7.
But they didn't.
Yes, because Santa wouldn't let them.
7? I thought you were the homie. What the fuck?
He said we can't leave June and the others behind.
What?
That's That's why we went looking for you guys.
And then you got on the elevator and went back to the central staircase.
That's right.
Well, I wouldn't have called that one. That Santa would be the one to stick up for you. I mean,
Yeah, right. Like, if anyone, I thought it would have been 7, but no. Junpei felt his eyebrows knit as he considered that.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
Perhaps June had sensed Junpei's concern.
I don't mean that Seven and Lotus said they wanted to leave me behind.
Oh, okay.
We were just talking about it, and Santa objected to it first.
Right. Okay. That's better. I was feeling kind of betrayed. I thought 7 was my guy, but okay, that's a bit better.
is that so?
Alright. Junpei was about to respond when 7 suddenly stopped.
We're here.
In front of them stood a door.
So, is this...
Yeah.
Junpei couldn't see 7's face, but he could see him nod.
There's no other place for us to go.
Nope.
Nope. Just look around.
Well, I mean, we have the key for,
There's a big old iron wall at the end of the hallway. The other hallways on the left and right are blocked by metal grates.
I see.
It looked as though 7 was right. The door in front of them was their only choice.
All right, let's get moving.
He pulled open the door and walked in. Junpei took a deep breath and followed.
Oh,
It appeared they'd been telling the truth.
no way.
The first thing Junpei saw as he entered the room was the number 9. Like all the others, it was a rough thing made of red paint. The door it decorated sat on the back wall of a rectangular room. Junpei ran up to it.
The 9 door.
It was a large double door with powerful styling. Something about it was almost majestic, and it made the red paint look especially garish.
We're finally here.
Junpei grabbed the handle and shook. It didn't budge, but then he hadn't really expected it to. The red was bolted to the wall next to the door. The display read vacant.
No doubt about it. This is door 9.
Yeah.
Oh, finally! This is the last.
Junpei felt a flood of emotion wash over him. He felt a chill down his back and his chest tightened even as his blood began to boil. There was a moment of complete silence.
Junpei, look behind you.
He turned around.
Behind? What?
Yeah, there's another one, buddy. Junpei could scarcely believe what he saw.
Why? A door and a 9. There's another one. Hey, what the hell? What the hell is going on here?
His words came slowly, and his brain struggled to understand what he'd seen. On shaky legs, he made his way to the second 9. It was a small door, set parallel to the door they'd come through, but in the other corner of the room. 9. There was no mistaking the number, and if any more proof was needed, a red was bolted to the wall near the door.
There's a red there too. That means...
You can all get out.
And of course it won't open.
He grabbed the handle and shook the door. Not because he expected it to open, but because he had to make sure it was real.
But why? Why the hell are there 2 doors?
So everyone can get out? It was Ace who spoke first.
Do you think perhaps one is the right door and the other is the wrong one?
No? Lotus was skeptical.
I don't know about that. It seems unlikely.
Yeah, I'm sure I imagine it's designed so everyone can get out, right?
What makes you say so?
I don't know, because in the other ending, we only ever went through the big one, right? We didn't use the small one. Did we? I don't think so.
Well, think about all the rooms we've been through so far. They're full of puzzles, but there are always hints about how to solve them. I'm pretty sure there aren't any rooms where we just had to go with our best guess and leave it to instinct to solve the puzzle. Do you really think that at the very end of the game, Zero's going to suddenly throw in something that depends entirely on luck?
Then you're saying there's some sort of hint in this room.
No, I don't think there's a hint anywhere in here.
Again, only...
I searched it very well when I was in here before. I didn't find anything that might have been a hint, though.
Well then, that means...
Yeah, it's just designed so everyone can leave. Well, except for... Yeah.
Yeah, both of these are the right door. I mean, if you think about it, Zero never actually said there was only one door with a 9 on it.
It is hidden, but an exit can be
Yeah,
found.
seek a door. Not seek the door, seek a door.
Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Junpei began to mutter to himself.
So if there are 2 number 9 doors, if we split it up, right?
That's not gonna work.
Junpei blinked and looked up at Clover. Snake, now would be a good time to start, banging on the coffin. Let people know you're here. Junpei blinked and looked up at Clover. She held out her hand.
You've got a notebook and a pen, right? Can I borrow them?
Yeah, here.
Slightly confused, he pulled them out and handed them to her.
Look at this.
Clover opened the notebook to a blank page and set it down on the desk. Everyone else gathered around her and watched as she wrote down a series of numbers.
You get it? The numbers on the top are all the combinations with digital roots of 9. The numbers on the bottom are the people who don't fit. There's only 8 possibilities if we split up into 2 groups of 3 or 4 people. So...
If 3 people go through the door, then 4 are left behind.
Yeah.
If 4 go through, then 3 are left behind. Right?
Yeah.
Clover nodded, almost as if she were pleased with herself for solving a difficult math problem.
No way.
The room went very quiet. Come on, Snake, start banging! Silence lay across everyone like a thick, heavy blanket. No one spoke. Their faces were blank.
Come to think of it,
Desperate for something else to look at, Junpei turned his eyes to the room around him.
what is this room?
The walls were covered with candles. The wavering flame made the shadows of Junpei and his companions look as though they were dancing. Two rows of wooden pews filled most of the room.
It looks like it's set up for some kind of ceremony. But what kind?
Between them was a strip of rich red carpet. The carpet ran straight through the room, ending at the door that pointed to the stern of the boat. At the other end of the carpet.
Is that an altar?
There was a recessed space set into the wall between the 2 other doors. Sitting on a raised section of the altar was a coffin. A coffin. A coffin.
Coffin? No, it couldn't possibly be.
But if it wasn't, then whose body occupied it? Start banging, Snake! That was as far as Junpei wanted to pursue that line of thought. He decided not to think about the coffin for the time being. At that moment, Seven spoke. There was an edge of humor to his voice, but it was forced.
Okay, I give up. I give up. I figured if we sat around here long enough, someone would volunteer. But...
Yeah, but he wakes up and starts banging in the other ending, and it was close to around this time, right?
I guess nobody's got the guts to do it.
What, you gonna volunteer to stay?
What are you talking about?
Junpei didn't understand, and he wasn't the only one.
What, you guys didn't figure it out yet?
Wh-
Fine, let me enlighten you. Clover was mostly right with her little explanation earlier, but she missed something. She wasn't really wrong, she just... screw it! Let me just write it out.
Seven snatched up the notebook and began to write in it. Everyone else clustered around him, desperate for a look.
If you're trying to leave with a group of 3 and a group of 4 and get everybody out, Clover's right. But there's another way. Only one combination, though.
Mm-hmm.
If you split us up into groups of 3, 3, and 1, you can make this combination.
Wait, this means...
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong here. I'm not trying to copy Ace or anything like that. Even if he hadn't been the hero back in the big hospital room, I'd still be saying the same thing.
The same thing? Are you saying?
Yep.
Yeah, I am. I'll stay behind.
Our hero.
Why are you acting so heroic all of a sudden? Are you some kind of idiot?
I thought you hated his guts, Lotus. What's up? Lotus was the first to speak. That in itself was a little strange. She'd reacted much differently when Ace had volunteered.
No, I'm completely against this. I'll be goddamned if I'm gonna have to owe you for getting out of here.
Uh-huh. The rest of them began to speak all at once.
I'm against it too. I didn't want to leave Ace behind, and I don't want to leave you either.
I don't like that idea. There's gotta be other options.
I disagree as well. I can't say I care much for you being the hero.
Interesting. I thought Ace would have tried to act all pragmatic, given who he is. But I guess that would also go against the image he's formed, huh? Finally, they quieted down. Junpei looked at Seven.
Well, there you go, Seven. Proposal denied. Clover's right. There's gotta be a better way than this.
Snake. Seven made some noise that was somewhere between a derisive snort and a cough.
Doesn't make any sense.
He was doing his best to pretend they were making a foolish decision, but Junpei could see the twinkling of water at the corners of Seven's eyes. That was when Santa spoke.
Whoa, hold on a minute. I haven't said anything yet.
Go on then. Until then, Junpei hadn't realized Santa had stayed quiet for the whole discussion of Seven's fate. Something in his voice made Junpei uncomfortable.
Are you... agreeing? You want to leave him here?
Santa shook his head.
Nah, I'm against it. I don't want to leave Seven here alone.
Uh-huh.
Then I don't see how it matters.
I said alone.
Huh?
I said I don't want to leave Seven alone.
Yeah, I think Seven saying that was just him being like, fine, like trying to act nonchalant about it, and like he hadn't already decided on staying. I think most of the time he was just struggling with making the decision. He didn't actually. I don't think he actually expected anyone else to stay. There was a dull shine in Santa's eyes. They were cold and hard. Junpei felt himself shiver.
What the hell are you...
What? You don't get it? I can't leave just one person. I need 2 more.
I'm sorry? Is this good?
3 people, including Seven. I'll be leaving behind 3 people.
Okay, so what? So he wants to go through. Wait, but that what? Santa?
That's my proposal. No. Those are my orders.
Yeah, okay, Zero.
What do you mean, orders? What the hell makes you think you can order us around? Who the hell's gonna listen to you?
You all will. In 3 seconds, you won't have a choice.
What?
Yeah, he's Zero.
3, 2, 1.
Santa was so fast, Junpei could barely see. Yeah, he was okay. When he moved, it was almost like watching a dance. His feet moving like lightning. He spun and... And he has the gun this time. He had June.
See? I told you.
His lips curled into a cruel, mocking smile.
Huh? What?
A shudder traveled through the length of Junpei's spine. His chest froze and he could... So, like, obviously, you know, if he's Zero, right, he knows Snake is in the coffin and could wake up and start banging, and that would force them to... solve the coffin puzzle and get him out, and then they would have enough to go through the other door. But, like, if he's gonna reveal that he's Zero, why couldn't he just tell them that Snake is in the coffin? It doesn't really make much sense. His chest froze and he could feel his breath go stale in his lungs. Nothing made sense. Junpei felt as though his head were about to explode. Santa's sudden change in attitude, saying that he needed 2 more. The gun in his right hand, a revolver. Santa had grabbed June from behind and pressed what Junpei's shaken brain identified as a revolver, roughly against her temple.
Why? What the hell is that?
Where on earth had Santa possibly found a gun? Junpei's questions roared in his mind, but his mouth refused to ask them. Seven spoke almost as though he had sensed Junpei's confusion.
The gun's from the other room.
What room?
One of the rooms behind door 6. I should have known he was gonna do this. I should have taken the gun.
Well, it's too late now, fat ass.
Damn it!
A mixture of fury and frustration twisted Seven's face, and he glared at Santa. Santa, for his part, didn't so much as flinch. The corner of his lip twitched into a slightly wider smile. Then the smile faded and he began to move. He walked backward, dragging June with him. Before long, his back was resting against the door. On the wall next to him was the red. He put his hand on the scanner panel quickly, and then forced June to do the same.
Now, time for you to start following my orders. Ace, Lotus, congratulations! I've chosen you to come with me.
Well, this doesn't make a ton of... Okay. Maybe he's... He might... Yeah... Yeah, he might be Zero, But I don't think he was one of the kids. Because if he was one of the kids who was here 9 years ago, like, his sister definitely was. Like, that's I'm 100% about. But I don't think he was here, because he would know who Ace is then, right? And he wouldn't... Yeah. I don't think he was one of the kids. I think maybe he figured out what happened, like he investigated after his sister's death. And he's sorta... No, because even then he would know who Ace is. Maybe he just plans to straight out murder Ace after getting out of here?
Put your hands in the red.
Maybe? That was what Santa meant when he said he needed 2 more.
Hey, you deaf? I gave you an order.
Santa's eyes narrowed to slits. He glared at Ace and Lotus. They stayed frozen like deer caught in the headlights of an oncoming car.
Right. Fine. I didn't want to waste any bullets, but you guys just don't get it.
No sooner were the words out of Santa's mouth than his hand twitched. And the gun roared. A section of the floor exploded, scattering wooden okay, I thought he blew June's brains out. I was gonna be like, what the fuck, dude? Scattering wooden splinters across the floor. A thin plume of smoke snaked out of the hole in the floor. There could be no doubt that the gun was real and worked.
He really shot it? But why? Santa, why are you...
'Cause he's the bad guy. Clover's voice spoke of betrayal and disbelief.
Santa, I thought you were one of us. I thought we were friends.
What?
You knew about the leaf words and the 4-leaf clover.
Santa's cheek twitched almost imperceptibly.
What the hell is that shit? I've got no idea.
Uh-huh, sure, buddy.
You're lying!
Shut up! Just shut up, you stupid bitch! You want me to put a bullet in your fucking head?
Yeah, keep playing tough, Santa. Flecks of spit flew from Santa's mouth. His face twisted with rage. Clover recoiled, her eyes wide. When she's... Tell me that bullet, the gunshot woke up Snake. Come on, Snake! Start banging, man! Clover recoiled, her eyes wide. When she spoke, her voice was very small.
Santa...
He snorted, then shook his head and turned to face Ace and Lotus.
Alright, assholes! What are you still standing there for? Get over here and scan those bracelets! I don't have all day. Oh, what's the matter? Your hearing's starting to go? Going senile, maybe?
Ace and Lotus still didn't move. It almost seemed as if they couldn't move. June's face was pale behind Santa's arm. Just listen to him. Her eyes were wild and her chest heaved with every quick breath, like an animal cornered by a predator. Junpei's mind worked furiously. What were they going to do? Then he realized something. There was nothing they needed to do. There was nothing to debate.
That's it.
June's safety was the first priority. That much was obvious. Doing as Santa had commanded meant that she would be safe from at least 2 threats. She wouldn't be shot and she would leave the ship alive along with Santa, Ace, and Lotus. There was only one thing for Junpei to do.
It's the only way.
He turned to Ace and Lotus.
Please, go.
Huh?
No way.
You have to. He can't let his boo die.
Jumpy, what are you saying? If you stay here, you're going to be stuck, Jumpy.
He knows.
And so will Clover and Seven.
I know. But you don't need to worry about us. We'll figure something out.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Seven?
Yep, for show. For show. Assuming Snake wakes up and starts banging.
Right. You just leave it to us.
Okay, so 7 is down. Okay, good.
It's gonna piss me off to do what Santa says, but...
Don't worry about me either. There's still something I have to take care of.
Yeah, no, this is a good opportunity to deal with, you know, the whole note situation.
No, you can't!
June, go with it.
Ace, Lotus, don't come over! Don't worry about me, please!
June was almost crying. Junpei walked around behind Ace and Lotus. He gently placed a hand on each of their shoulders.
Please.
And pushed them toward the door. They almost stumbled, then righted themselves and took another step. And another. They turned around and Junpei nodded.
Go.
All right.
Fine.
Ace and Lotus turned around again and walked slowly toward the door where Santa was waiting for them. After what seemed like an eternity, they stopped in front of the door marked 9. Santa smiled.
All right, now let's get those hands on the scanner panel. What's the holdup?
Just go, guys, go.
What? You think I'm fucking around here? I don't give a shit about this girl.
I think that's a lie.
Red doesn't need a person, you know? All I need is the bracelet. You get it? Good. Now put your fucking hands on the scanner. I'm not gonna say it again.
He shoved the revolver harder against June's head, and she winced.
Fine.
Ace sighed, defeated, and placed his hand on the scanner panel. Lotus went next. Lotus glared at Santa and slammed her hand onto the scanner panel. The 4th asterisk blinked on.
Good job. Now, Lotus, pull that lever. Soon as the door opens, you get your ass in there. Try anything stupid, and you know what happens, right?
Yeah, we get it, asshat.
Damn it.
Junpei could almost hear Lotus's teeth grind. I do want to see where this goes, though, because... it's like, Snake has to wake up, right? If he woke up in the other one, he has to wake up here. But I also am interested, because I assume Junpei is going to try and go to the library and find the hidden chamber beyond the Forest of Knowledge, right? Which is something entirely new. I assume we're gonna do Clover's thing. Cause... yeah, would she have found that on this route? Yeah, no. Does Clover know about the box in this route? I don't know. But still, we have things we need to look at. Either way, door number 9 opened at last. It opened with a low, powerful rumble, a drum roll to welcome the chosen few.
Good. Go.
But it's interesting, though, because he's the one who initially said we should get the others, when he could have left already. So I guess he wanted to make sure that he would have Ace with him, maybe? Because I think that's the end game here for him. I think he's trying to kill Ace. Is my guess. Because it wouldn't make sense otherwise. Why wouldn't he just leave with Seven and Lotus? Lotus and Ace walked through the door, their eyes furious but defeated. Santa waited until they were all the way inside, then hauled himself and June across the threshold as well. 6, 7, 8, 9.
Later.
Specifically said that he refused to leave June behind. That's true. I mean, didn't he say June and the others, though? But I guess he did specify June first, huh? But then... After exactly 9 seconds, the door swung shut. The gust of air it created caused the candles on the altar to flicker and die. Huh. The room fell silent. Junpei, Clover, and Seven had been left behind. Clover looked down at her hand and traced with her finger the faint blue veins that crisscrossed them. Seven shoved his arms into the front of his overalls and scratched his stomach. No one spoke. Silence made the air feel thick and oppressive. Desperate for something, anything to occupy his mind, Junpei walked to the larger of the two 9 doors. He stood in front of it and looked at the red. It read engaged. He moved to the smaller door. The red read vacant. The digital root of the remaining people was 7. Yeah, we just need a 2! Just need a 2! There was no possible way for them to open a door with a 9 on it. Junpei touched the surface of the door.
June.
He thought about June. About Akane Kudashiki. Was she safe? I mean, you haven't heard a gunshot, so... that was all that mattered to him. If she was alive. If she had escaped this horrible boat. That was what Junpei prayed for. 7 came up next to him. He pulled off his hat, scratched his head and sighed.
So, what do you want to do, Junpei?
I don't fucking know, man.
What do you mean, what do I want to do? What can we do?
7 opened his mouth to respond when... Yes! Finally! Thank fucking God! He couldn't have done that like 5 minutes ago! Oh, Jesus! A noise echoed through the room. Someone was pounding on something vigorously. It wasn't mechanical. It was certainly human. Junpei and 7 looked at one another.
What the hell is that?
Shh, quiet!
Clover motioned to 7 to be quiet. She put one finger to her lips and closed her eyes in concentration. The 3 of them listened, trying to determine where the sound was coming from.
Where is it coming from?
What do you think? Yeah.
Could it be?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I think it's coming from this coffin.
You're right.
Let's open it.
But how?
What are those muscles for? For show?
Yeah, 7.
You're telling me to force it open?
Just shut up and try!
Junpei and 7 grabbed hold of the coffin. They tried to get a good grip with what little purchase they could find and pulled with all their strength.
Damn it!
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
It won't even budge.
There was some sort of keypad attached to the coffin. Its purpose would not have been difficult to determine. Their eyes were almost immediately drawn to it.
Not another one.
Yeah, looks like it.
Do you think we have to put in the right password or it won't open?
Probably, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, we're trying! Shut up! The noise wasn't stopping. In fact, it was getting louder.
Whoever or whatever's inside this thing wants out. And now.
I know that. But how?
Without a passcode, I don't think there's much we can do.
They couldn't even tell how many numbers the passcode needed to be.
Isn't there a hint somewhere?
Well, there's the note in your frickin' pocket.
Well, let's look for one.
Unfortunately, there didn't seem to be anything near the coffin. Clover ran to examine the pews, and 7 investigated the desk, but they turned up nothing.
Ugh, there's nothing here.
Not making this easy, are they?
The sound still wouldn't stop. It wasn't a noise that belonged in that room.
What's the passcode? What am I supposed to do? How can we figure it out? I need something.
Come on. Remember the note. The note that's been hidden from you. The world blinked. Suddenly, there was a voice inside of Junpei's head. Okay. And so we needed that other ending to be able to do this ending, right? If we hadn't gotten that other one first, would we have just died here? Because the tele whatever fields are from the other timeline is like shooting into his head, having an epiphany. It would have said to be continued. Okay, hey Henry. Okay, so yeah, interesting. Truth had gone, and truth had gone. Ah, now truth is asleep in the darkness of the sinister hand.
Wait, what? What the hell was that? That voice?
Mm-hmm. Junpei was utterly and completely baffled.
Huh? What?
What's up?
Oh, nothing. He's just going crazy. 7 and Clover ran over to him, but Junpei didn't know what to tell them.
Huh?
If he told them he'd heard a voice, they would laugh, or worse, think he was going insane. Well, so all he said was...
Oh, nothing.
Junpei, please. He cleared his throat a little too loud and looked pointedly down at his bracelet. There were a pair of small buttons protruding from either side of it. Junpei. He pressed the buttons. Oh fuck, what was the combo? It was was it right, left, right? I legitimately don't remember. Right, left. Oh, okay. Right, left, okay. I mean, I'm guessing I could have just kept trying. I assume I could have just, like, kept choosing all the different answers until I got the right one, right? Technically. That was it. One-fourth. 8 numbers blinked on and then off on the bracelet display. Junpei checked one last time. 1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1.
1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Huh?
Hey, what the hell were those numbers?
Oh, it's nothing.
Oh my gosh. Are those?
We just had a brain blast from a different timeline. No big deal. Junpei didn't answer. He simply walked straight to the coffin. 1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1.
1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1.
Mm-hmm.
1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1.
Uh-huh. With trembling fingers, he punched them in. 1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1. That was all of them. He punched the E button. There was a moment of complete silence. And he hath risen. Then there was the sound of the coffin lid unlatching. Someone sat up out of it.
No way!
Yeah, way.
What?
Why are you...
He's alive, Clover. I mean, you already figured that out, but he's alive.
Oh? Is that you, Clover? I apologize for worrying you.
It's all good.
Snake!
You? Why?
Who cares about the why?
Junpei? And 7? Is that you? Is everyone else there as well?
I know about that. You see, they, Santa may have, gone little kooky, gotten a little silly, and, gotten a gun and, taken June hostage and forced the other two to go with them. Yeah, just like Rip Van Winkle. Still, it was very much like Snake to simply cut to the heart of the matter and ask.
Oh.
Jeez.
Junpei and 7 shared a wry smile. Clover's eyes were filled with tears.
You're back!
Mm-hmm. With a cry of joy, she leapt into Snake's arms.
Gently now.
Oh.
My body's still a little weak.
Oh, you're back!
Clover looked like nothing so much as a lost child who had finally found her home. She cried and cried and cried. Her eyes were red and her nose was running. She hiccuped and gasped as if she were about to begin hyperventilating.
You're back! You're really here!
Her voice was happy but almost desperate, as if she feared he would disappear again if she stopped talking to him. Tear after tremendous tear rolled its way down her face. Her small arms strained as she clutched Snake's body as tightly as she could. Perhaps she had to convince herself he was real. Perhaps she was worried he would be gone the moment she let go. Perhaps she simply didn't know what else to do.
You're back!
Mm-hmm.
Come now, what's gotten into you? You're acting as though I've returned from the grave.
Well, I mean, we for a while we thought you were dead, and now technically,
Not as though you did. I really thought you were dead.
Huh?
You jerk! Idiot!
Clover broke into sobs so great she could no longer talk. It was a touching reunion between brother and sister. Even though Junpei knew they had little time and every minute they waited was a minute they wasted, it felt cruel to pull them apart. Junpei and Seven sat down on one of the pews, waiting for Clover to calm down before explaining to Snake what had transpired.
I see. I believe I understand things rather well now, thank you.
You're welcome.
In the shower room, there is a dead body wearing my clothes.
Yes.
Because of that, you thought that I was dead, correct?
Yes. He had quickly and neatly summarized the events of several hours.
Yeah.
Junpei nodded.
You also discovered a corpse in the captain's quarters, and Santa turned on you here, in this room.
Yes.
Do I have it straight?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the dead body in the captain's quarters is a surprise.
Sorry, there wasn't a good time to tell you.
No, it's fair.
Don't worry about it.
Well then. I've got a pretty decent idea of what happened while I was indisposed, but it's still something of a mystery who did all this, and why. The corpse in the shower room that looked like me, and the corpse in the captain's quarters. Why were they killed in the way they were?
Probably because they were two of the people who helped orchestrate the thing 9 years ago.
You don't know?
No. Why would I?
The guy in the shower room. We don't know who he is, so let's just call him Mr. X. Anyway, this Mr. X is wearing Snake's clothes. But you're wearing some kind of weird robes. That means someone took your clothes and put them on Mr. X. We need to figure out who that was.
I apologize, but I have no idea who might have done this to me. I only just now woke up. I was unconscious during all the events you just described to me. They must have undressed me and changed my clothes during that time.
That, you seem pretty unbothered by that.
When were you knocked out?
When we split up to look for the red.
Where did they get you? Do you remember?
It was a small room in one of the hallways on C deck.
What happened?
The same thing that happened to every one of us when we were abducted. A canister releasing some sort of gas was thrown into the room. I believe the gas is some sort of incapacitating agent.
Then that means it was...
Zero.
Looks that way, huh?
There's nothing else I have to tell you. When I woke up, I was in this coffin.
Junpei crossed his arms and thought.
Why? Why did Zero make Mr. X wear Snake's clothes? How would that benefit Zero? I don't get it. What the hell does any of it mean? And I have no idea how I got the passcode for the coffin either.
It's a bunch of multiversal bullshit. Don't worry about it, Junpei.
Truth had gone, and truth had gone. Where did those words come from? Why did I feel compelled to push the buttons on the bracelet after hearing them?
Seven had asked him about it while they waited for Clover to finish crying. He'd had no answer for him then, and he still didn't.
All I know is my fingers moved on their own. It was like I did it subconsciously. I don't get it. What the hell does any of it mean?
Who knows? His mind was a maelstrom of mysteries, clues, theories, and more mysteries. He could barely think.
Also, Snake and Clover had been subjects in a similar experiment 9 years ago.
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger.
That's pretty much what happened. We're in quite a bit of danger, being kind of trapped here with no way out.
And someone did actually die. A girl.
Yeah.
Her name was...
There had been another experiment conducted on this same ship 9 years ago. And a girl had died during it.
Oh yeah, you want to ask Clover about that now?
Morphogenetic field theory. The 2 murders. Switching clothes. The nonary game.
And whatever strange thing was happening to Junpei himself. The maelstrom in his head spat out words and ideas that disappeared back into it almost as soon as he grasped them. But as he struggled through them, Junpei began to realize something. There was something that tied all of them together, and a point connecting the dots.
Zero. He's the ringleader. The person who trapped 9 of us on this sinking ship. Zero should know everything. If we can uncover Zero's identity, all of our questions will be answered.
Who was Zero? Junpei had the beginnings of a theory. If he could only test it. Or perhaps...
At any rate, we'll have plenty of time to decipher the details later. For now, it is of utmost importance that we escape. Junpei, it was 4:30 the last time you checked the clock, yes?
Yeah, it's probably a bit later than that now.
That means we have
earlier.
less than an hour. We must hurry.
Hey, how are we gonna get out of here?
7. But, buddy. Between us and Clover, we have 7. Right? And now we just got a 2. Think about it. What does that give you? Come on, 7. What is
Isn't
it?
that obvious? Through the other number 9 door.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you're right. With Snake, we can open the door.
Don't tell me you hadn't figured that out.
Yes, 7. You silly Billy. As they sniped back and forth, Junpei glanced at Snake's left hand. He was wearing a bracelet with a 2 on it.
Come on, you gotta tell me these things.
I, assumed you'd figured it out.
Forget it. Let's just get going.
Don't worry about it, 7. We all have those moments. 7 stomped off toward the smaller number 9 door. Clover, Snake, and Junpei followed. 7 quickly laid his hand on the red. An asterisk appeared on the screen. Junpei and the others followed suit and laid their hands on the scanner panel. Soon there were 4 asterisks on the screen. 7 glanced at them, then laid his hand on the lever of the red.
All right, you guys ready to go?
Yes.
Yep.
Junpei, you good? Junpei paused for a moment.
Not yet.
We're gonna do this now, with less than an hour.
Huh?
Really?
Before we go in, I'd like to check something.
I hope we can do this quickly.
You want to check something?
Apparently.
Yeah, but before I do, 7, could you pull the lever? I want to make sure we can verify with just the 4 of us.
Okay.
What do you mean? We don't need...
Just do it, alright? But if the door opens, don't go in yet, okay?
Yeah? Okay, is he... I mean... Like, I know he's gonna go check the room to see if Alice is there, but is he planning to bring her through? If he does find it? Or her?
Please, this is really important.
Junpei?
I really need to check this, okay? Work with me here.
Do it, I guess. Junpei looked directly into 7's eyes. The older man looked back for a moment, then nodded.
Fine.
Seven pulled down on the lever and door 9 creaked open. Then they waited. 6, 7, 8. After 9 seconds, the door closed.
Alright, that means the 4 of us can go into door 9.
So, we knew that already. It's obvious.
Obvious. Yeah, you're right. It is.
Oh, is this him verifying that Santa knew that if he left these 3 specifically behind, that when Snake woke up there, they'd be able to go through?
Now, what happens if we add Zero's bracelet?
What?
Zero's bracelet?
Yeah, okay. Clover, cough it up.
Why don't you take it out, Clover?
For a moment, Clover looked surprised, but she recovered quickly and stuck her tongue out at Junpei. Like,
So you did know I had it.
yeah, you were being hella suspicious.
I picked it up because I thought it might be useful sometime.
Okay. She reached into one of the pockets of her voluminous jacket and produced a bracelet. Junpei took it from her and turned to 7.
This was on the left hand of the corpse in the captain's quarters. If you look at it, you can see it's got a 0 on the face. Just to make this a little easier to talk about, I'm gonna call the guy we found dead in the captain's quarters, Cap.
Okay.
Then I should be able to open door 9 with just me, Clover, and his bracelet.
True.
Though the big question is, if Cap is the mastermind of this game, would he really put one of these bracelets on?
Probably not.
Anyway, let's just give it a shot. Clover, give me your hand.
Okay.
Now the captain's bracelet. And pull the lever.
However, the door didn't open. The Red's display read error.
I knew it. Now, what does this tell us?
Maybe the bracelet has to be on your wrist in order for it to work?
No.
No, that's impossible. Did you see how the panel showed a 3rd asterisk when I scanned Cap's bracelet?
I was kind of waiting for them to finish this explanation, and then I was gonna stop before he went, because I assume he plans to go for Alice, right? I was gonna stop when he said he was gonna go there, but now I'm getting kind of concerned about how long this scene's gonna go.
Whether or not it's on your wrist doesn't matter. All you have to do is put the bracelet near the panel for it to register.
7 waved his bracelet in front of the scanner panel. Sure enough, a single asterisk appeared on the red.
Huh. Looks like you're right.
Yeah.
See? So what does that mean? There's only one possibility.
That bracelet isn't the number 0. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, is it? Okay, okay, well, I'll try and find a good place to stop, because I do want to stop soon.
That's right.
Then
Because if
what
there's
number
at
is
least
it?
over an hour more, then I'm not finishing it today.
Let's find out.
Junpei scanned the bracelets with this combination. Oh wait, no, yeah, isn't it? Because we did this before, didn't we? Isn't it 3? Or was it? I said it's 1 or 2. Okay, yeah, I'm not finishing it today. I mean, I guess here. Oh, I can't save here. It doesn't let me open the menu. I have to choose. Yeah, isn't it 7 Junpei Cap? No, so it'd be 6. Yeah, because this is what we use in the other ending, right? Yeah, 7 Junpei Cap.
Let's try 7, me, and Cap.
7 plus Junpei. Ba-ba-da-ba.
If this combination opens the door, then Cap's bracelet is number 6.
Okay, yeah, I was right.
Hey, it opened! The door opened!
What? Why? What does that mean?
It means the 0 is 6. Which is weird implications, but, you know, both Seven and Clover seemed rather shaken as they turned to look at Junpei for answers. The door slid heavily shut. Junpei raised an eyebrow.
Isn't it obvious? Cap's bracelet is number 6.
7 plus 5 plus 6, yeah.
But doesn't it say 0?
This isn't a 0. The symbol on here isn't a number 0.
Okay.
It's a letter O.
Oh.
I know they gave this explanation in the other ending, but I don't remember what it is.
Whoa, wait a minute. I don't get it. I mean, we figured out that Cap's bracelet is 6, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Does that mean there are 2 people with 6s?
Mm-hmm. Before Junpei could answer, Snake spoke up.
There is most likely only one person with a 6.
But I don't get it. What about June?
Well, this is only an educated guess, but I think June's number was never 6 to begin with.
It's...
Her bracelet was flipped.
Wait. Wait, what? So she had...
In other words,
She had a 9.
June's real number is...
But then...
9.
That seems the most likely.
Then all this numbered door stuff was just a load of crap?
Why would you say that?
Because if June is 9, then the numbers wouldn't match up.
Clover grabbed Junpei's notebook and began to write furiously in it.
Here, look.
Junpei leaned over to look at it.
List of all the numbered doors June's gone through.
I'll let you know what I'm writing, okay, Snake?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it wouldn't work.
And that's everything. I wrote down which door she went into and with whom. And I wrote what all the numbers were. So if you switch 9 in wherever there's a 6, the numbers don't work.
Unless it...
If the digital root is 7, then you can't open door 4. If the digital root is 2, then you can't open door 8.
Clover, do you notice anything interesting on that list?
Yeah, I was looking at that too. I was like, why does it say 4?
What do you mean?
You're talking about 3, right?
Yeah, she's been with Santa every time.
Three?
But she's also been with Lotus every time.
Santa's always in the room with her. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
But I guess, yeah, he also took... Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
What about it?
That's quite simple, really.
Okay, explain.
You told me that the first time you came to this room, Santa was the first to refuse to leave June behind. Now, doesn't that beg the question why? Why would Santa do such a thing? The answer is easy.
Uh-huh.
Because Santa can't open door 9 with only 7 and Lotus.
Because he doesn't have 3.
Of course, there's only one reason for that. His number isn't actually 3.
It's 0, right? Yeah.
Santa's real number, 7? Would you be so kind as to modify my sister's equations?
Yeah, sure.
7 took the pen from a confused Clover and began to adjust her calculations.
This is what you were getting at, right, Snake?
Yeah. He read out the changes he'd made. When he finished, he looked at Snake. Snake smiled.
Thank you.
I mean, I'd already kind of...
That is exactly right.
I mean, I said it earlier. I literally when he had June hostage, I was like, okay, 0. So, like, I already figured that out, but it would, yeah. I honestly expected it to be like a subversion of expectations and that he actually had 3, but I guess not.
Santa's true number wasn't 3. It was 0.
No way.
Yeah, way.
Santa is 0?
Mm-hmm.
And June was 9, not 6. Conversely, Santa was 0, not 3. Plus 3 and minus 3, they cancel one another out. Nothing appears out of order.
Santa was still playing by the rules of the nonary game this whole time.
Yep.
Precisely.
So you're saying Santa planned this whole thing?
It would appear that way, yeah.
I'm not sure if he acted alone or not. But I think it is safe to conclude that he is 0. If my hypothesis is correct.
It would only make sense. Remember how Junpei forces Dorothy past Santa makes a mad dash before Lotus and Clover? If he didn't, the false bracelet numbers would be exposed there. Ah. Makes sense. Clover bit her lip. She seemed to be having some difficulty believing her brother's explanation. Junpei. Junpei remained silent and thought.
Snake's hypothesis. Something doesn't seem right.
What?
June's bracelet being flipped. Even if that were possible, that would mean there are 2 number 9 bracelets. And if that's the case?
All right, that's enough talking.
Is it though?
Let's go. It's high time we went through that door.
Oh, okay, I thought Junpei was gonna try and go to... Or, wait, no, yeah, no, it's gonna be through here, right. I forgot about that. But, Door 9 opened. Leapt through.
Oh, it's right there.
The dead was directly in front of them as they came through the door. Quickly, they scanned their bracelets. And the detonator stopped.
Oh.
After pausing for a moment to catch their collective breath, Junpei and his companions headed down the long hallway in front of them.
All right, let's keep going.
At the end was a set of stairs leading down into the ship.
I think these stairs go to the bottom deck.
They leaned out and looked over the side.
Looks dry.
Let's head down.
Okay, I think this is the best spot we're gonna find to stop, so I'm gonna stop here. And next time, we'll see the finale of this route ending, however you want to put it. Because, yeah, they finished that talk, and now they're about to go down and, I guess, confront Santa. So this is the best spot I can think to end it. But yeah, I mean, back when we did that other ending, right? The one with the note there. I had already kind of pegged Santa as being sus. Because again, when we came back to that room after having dealt with Ace, or Snake dealt with Ace anyway, Santa was just gone. And then Zero was like, gave that whole monologue through the speakers. So I felt like that one was kind of telegraphed a bit. Like, I was still kind of holding out hope that Santa wasn't gonna be the bad guy, but I kind of had it figured out. Oh, but yeah, anyway. For now, though, that's gonna do it. And yeah, next time we will complete that route. And then there's still 2 other endings as well. Which I mean, one of them, I assume, is me getting to that point without having that other route unlocked. Which, does that mean I would have to... Would I have to restart the game again on a fresh save to get that ending then? Oh. Huh. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. But anyway, I think it will get marked as achieved when you use the true one. Okay. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, no, like I was saying, that's gonna do it. I thought I would stop after around about 2 to 2.5 hours. But they kept going. Like, that was no good place to stop. So I was just like, okay, yep, keep telling me stuff, game. Go on. It was good though. It was interesting seeing all the pieces come together all at once. And the whole fields thing that the game's been getting at, like, the whole time, essentially, with the experiments and whatnot, finally came into play. Except instead of 2 different locations, it's 2 different, like, timelines. Which I wonder. Nah, in universe, there's no way Santa had that idea that would happen, right? There's no way. There's no way. But yeah, no, anyway. That's gonna do it. Thanks for hanging out. I know the last like hour and a half I didn't really it says whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.